A good afternoon and a warm welcome to the picturesque Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium here in the southern province of Sri Lanka in Hambantota. We are coming to you live on Channel I of the Rupavani Corporation, of course, and on the YouTube platforms of Sri Lanka Cricket. This is game number 6 coming up in this Women's Under-19 Tri-Nations tournament between Sri Lanka, Australia and England. It has been a very good tournament so far. The final game for today, before we head over for the limited over games, is Sri Lanka versus England. The two teams that have won 2 games each, and they are on top of that table, and today's game probably will be the decider that who will clinch this T20 tournament. It has been some great cricket over the last few days. And today's conditions, of course, a bit cloudy. We have had a bit of a drizzle as well. There was a lot of overnight rain in Hambantota. We had a bit of a slight drizzle earlier on, about half an hour ago as well, just before the toss. So the weather conditions might change. Right now, of course, the skies have cleared a bit. We're having a bit of sun once again, which is good news. And we hope that it will stay this way right through these 40 overs of cricket, and hoping that like we did in the last few days, that we'll have a good game of cricket completed. And the ground is always looking good, as you see a lot of greenery around it. There you go. The match is completed. Sri Lanka won by 7 runs versus Australia. England beat Australia by 35 runs. Sri Lanka beat England by 6 runs. Then Australia managed to beat Sri Lanka in the last delivery by 7 wickets. And yesterday, England really outclassed Australia to win by 7 wickets as well, with a big margin, a lot of overs to spare. So the last game, England versus Sri Lanka. Before we head over to Galle, on the 5th, 7th and 9th, we'll have 3 limited over games at the Galle International Stadium. So both teams will be looking to finish off this T20 series on a high and carry that momentum into the 50 over series as well. The teams have been warming up earlier today, and they have certainly come up early. Looking forward to the game. This was yesterday's match. Australia made just 124. They could have got a bit more, but collapsed towards the end. Smith captain in the side for the first time. She made a 50. Finn made 36. They were the leading run scorers. Coleman was outstanding, 3 for 15, and 2 wickets apiece to Grooves and Lee. And chasing down that target, Perry. She was unbelievable. A super knock, probably the best knock we have seen in the tournament. 56 of 38. Norgrove contributed 39 out. Clark and Williamson picked up a wicket each, but all the bowlers for Australia were very expensive. England cantering home in just 13.3 overs to win by 7 wickets. So as we say, a very good afternoon to Paulinus Days Wijayaratna, who has just joined us in the commentary box.
Good afternoon, Ricky, and welcome to all our viewers from the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium here in Suryaweba, Hambantota. You see the ground with the English players warming up today with the Sri Lankan counterparts too. That was early in the day, doing their drills and warm-ups. England, that's the Sri Lankan team. As Ricky said, it's pretty hot out there, but still we had some rain, a little bit of rain in the morning, and just about half an hour ago, a slight drizzle. We hope that full days of play will be possible today. You see the English players and the Sri Lankan players doing their drills and warm-ups. Sri Lanka winning 2 games, England also winning 2 games. They'll be eagerly waiting to win this game, to be on the top of the table in this last game of the Tri-Series 20-over series. And after that, we'll be going to Galle for the one-day games between these 3 teams. We'll be playing each other. So they see once again the pictures coming from the drone camera. Beautiful pictures, the surroundings of the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. It's a lot of greenery and also a lot of lakes and rivers going around, the highways. leading towards the southern part of Sri Lanka. Beautiful looking ground here at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. And we go down for the toss now. Ricky Sims is there with the two captains and the match referee Nevin Noah.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium here in Suryaweba, Hambantota. We are here for game number 6, the final game of the T20 tournament of the Women's Under-19 Tri-Nations here in Sri Lanka. Today's game is between the two teams, Sri Lanka and England. Remember, Sri Lanka won 2 games. England have won 2 games and they will be looking to go one up here in this final game. We have the two captains, Katie Jones, today captain in England, Manu Dinanekara from Sri Lanka, and our match referee, Mr. Kevin Noyer. Katie will toss the coin.
Tail.
Tails is the call. So Sri Lanka won the toss.
So Manudi has won the toss. Manudi, මොකද්ද තීරණය කරන්න?
මුලින්ම බැට් කරා.
හැම මැච් එකේම බැට් කරා ෆස්ට්. හැම මැච් එකේම ටොස් එක දෙන්න නේද මනුදී?
ඔස්ට්‍රේලියා මැච් එකේ පරාදුනා.
පරාදුනා. ඒත් ඒ මැච් එක ක්ලෝස් මැච් එකක් වුණා. රෙස්ට් එකක් තිබුණා දවසක. අද කොහමද තනතිරුව?
මම හිතනවා බැට් කරන්න හොඳ තනතිරුවක් අපිට හැම පාරම හම්බුණා. ඉතින් මම බැටින් ගන්නේ අපේ ටීම් එකේ මම හිතනවා හැම වෙලේම ටාගට් ඇචීව් කරා. ඉතින් මේ සැරේත් මම හිතනවා බැටින් වල හොඳ ටාගට් එකක් ඇචීව් කරන්න පුළුවන් 130 ප්ලස් තමයි අපේ ටාගට් එක. ඉතින් දැන් 130 ප්ලස් එකෙන් එහා ටාගට් එකක් තමයි අපි මේ පාර බලන්නේ.
ඔව් ප්‍රීවියස් ගේම්ස් පහෙම වගේ අපිට දැක්ක 130 135 ගියවුවොත් ඒක විනින් ස්කෝර් එකක් වගේ වුණා. එදා ඔස්ට්‍රේලියාට ලාස්ට් බෝල් එකෙන් දින්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ ටාගට් එක හමුණත් හොඳයි කියලා හිතනවා. වෙනස්කම් තියෙනවද මනුදී අද කණ්ඩායමට?
ඔව් ඒ රිෂ්මි සංජනා අද සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වෙනුවට අශානි කෞශල්‍ය ටීම් එකට ඇතුල් වෙනවා. කලින් ටීම් එකේ ඒ දේ විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ.
Right, good luck Manudi at the team එකටත්.
Thank you.
So Manudi has won the toss. She is elected to bat first in this game as well. Just one change to their team, and she says 130 135 will be a good score to defend on this surface. We have Katie Jones. First of all, Katie, how happy are you to captain the England women's under-19 team?
I'm very happy. It's an absolute privilege to get to do this with such an amazing group, and I can't wait to get out there.
You have had so far overall England has had a very good tournament, won the 2 games, lost 1 game. Today is sort of like a decider, isn't it? The 2 top teams coming to play the final game.
Yeah, we're just going to continue to play how we've been playing, fearless cricket, giving it our all and just keep with that momentum really.
If you have won the toss, what would you have done?
We would have batted first, but I think regardless, we did really well yesterday chasing, and we're just going to continue with that momentum today.
It was a very good dominance performance yesterday, isn't it?
Yes, it was. We're very good.
Manudi says the 135 is a good score on this surface. What do you think?
We're not thinking about numbers. We're just going to keep trying as hard as we can and be fearless and see where that gets us, and hopefully it'll be higher than that.
Good luck to you, Katie, on your game as a captain, and good luck to England as well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So that's the news from the centre. Sri Lanka have won the toss and elected to bat first.
There you are. We heard from Ricky Sims down there that Sri Lanka won the toss and decided to bat first in this very important game, the 3rd game for Sri Lankans and the 3rd game for England. There you see the Sri Lankan lineup. Vihangaka, Vindi, Nanakara, Sawandi, Nitranjali, Nisansala, Kimhani, Prabodha, Hansika, Kaushalya and Senitma. So Kaushalya, that is Ashani Kaushalya coming in place of Sawandi. There's see the England right. Perrine, Thomas, Nogre, Pevley, Suren Kumar, Jones, Snail, Taylor, Lambert and Courtine Coleman with Lee. So that's Katie Jones will be the captain. Josie Groves have taken a rest in this game. And so Katie Jones will be leading England for the first time in the series. So there's once again we see some lovely pictures of the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. All Well, Sri Lankans go into this game with one change, but the England team has 4 changes. As usual, they have been giving the opportunity to all the players in their squad, which is the way to go in this series. There you see the England dugout. The players getting ready to have a tough game against the Sri Lankans. Both teams wanting to win this game to finish on top in this T20 tri-series. You see the English dugout there. Players getting ready to start the game. Good afternoon to Ricky Sims, who has joined me now in the box.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Paulinus. Good afternoon to all our viewers joining us on Channel I, watching from your homes, wherever you are in around Sri Lanka. And of course, a warm welcome to our cricket fans, family, friends watching this under-19 game from England. It's morning time there. A warm welcome to all of you. Good morning. And if you're in Australia, down under as well, it's evening out there if you're following the cricket or wherever you are. Whichever part of the world you are, whatever time zone you are in, a warm welcome to all of you. Catching us on Sri Lanka Cricket on our YouTube platforms as we get ready for the final T20 game of this women's Tri-Nations tournament. We have had 5 games so far, exciting 5 games of these young England players. You see them enjoying the pictures, enjoying the music, having a bit of a dance as well and fun. And you could see some big smiles on their faces before the start of play when they were warming up. They are looking very, very relaxed, and they're looking forward for this game. They've had a very good tournament. Yes, it has been hot and humid out there, as when I was chatting to Katie Jones, who is captain in this side today. It has been very hot, so different to what you get in England. But they are thrilled to experience it, to experience the conditions on the subcontinental conditions here in Sri Lanka. Because they look forward to playing a lot of cricket in the future, whether it's under 19 or thereafter. To experience different conditions, different surfaces, different cultures is a part of the sport. And they are looking forward to this challenge as well. And the news, as we said, Sri Lanka won the toss and once again decided to bat first. They have done all tournament. Umpires walking out there. Umpire Nilan De Silva, very senior umpire. And they do know De Silva as well. So we have De Silva's in action today. Not related, of course, Paulinus, but 2 very good umpires in their own rights. They do know now doing a lot of women's cricket. Always happy go person with a smile always, and really enjoying her duties out there.
Yes, definitely. The reserve umpire is Chandrika Amarasinga. TV umpire, as usual, Renmo Martinez, and the match referee, Nevin Noah. The scorers on duty, we have Anura Vedagampola with us, Vagodapola with us, and Chetna Sunasinghe and Mohammad Rahidi in the scorebox.
So the scorers, the umpires, everybody has enjoyed this last week or so here in Hambantota. It's been a real experience. We have seen some great cricket. And of course, always enjoying the southern province. The England players are out there, led by Katie Jones. Sri Lankan 2 batters are out there as well. And Katie Jones, she was very thrilled, very happy. She was proud that she's leading an England under-19 team for the very first time in her life. In this tournament today, their regular captain, Josie Grooves, has taken a rest, taken a break. And Katie Jones in charge with the duties, and she was thrilled. She was really thrilled and looking forward to the challenge. So we wish her the best of luck in the field as well as a captain.
Well, Ricky, these English and the Australian squads, they have been rotating players and giving opportunity to all the players in the squad. So that's a good one. There you see Ashani Kaushale coming in at number 1 to open the innings for Sri Lanka. This is her first game. And she'll be wanting to do very well. And Sanjana Kavandi is a partner. The Sri Lankans are winning the toss and deciding to bat first.
Coming right arm over.
Mary Taylor, 3 matches, 7 overs, 43 runs, economy of 6.14, still to get a wicket.
So change in the opening combination for Sri Lanka. Ashani Kaushalya, given the duties, I think it was Devmi Vihanga, isn't it, who opened right throughout. So she's probably pushed down the order today. The big...
Ashani Kaushalya playing her first game. There's Sanjana Kavin, this got 39 runs, 75 runs, 39 being the highest score, average of 25.
She's had a very good tournament, the youngster. She's batted really well. She's loaded a lot of courage, a lot of grit, and of course, no doubt, there is a lot of talent in her ability. She's scored runs quickly, especially in that last game against Australia, batted superbly. She has got Sri Lanka off to some very good starts. Along with Vihanga. Vihanga has got the starts but not got the big score. So today they are just changed the combination. There you go. Beautiful. What a way to kick off this innings. Through the covers. Classical left-hander shot. Just a slight bit of width outside the off stump. Sanjana is not going to miss out on that one. Into the shot quickly and split the gap to perfection.
Yes, that was a lovely shot there. You see the replay of that. Fully stretched and driven beautifully between cover and extra cover. Straight to the extra cover boundary. Lovely shot to watch when a left-hander's cover drive.
The left-hander's cover drive, yes, I was going to say that it's always pleasing to the eye, Paulinus. Doesn't matter if it's in the men's game or the women's game. When it's played well, it's always lovely to watch, and that was a really pretty way to start off this game.
Sri Lanka off to a good start, 5 without loss. Just 2 deliveries, 1 was a wide, so 2 legal deliveries being bowled. This time and a Yorker land coming it just well to push it on the onside. Sri Lankans interesting going in just one change for this game. They're definitely going out to win this game, trying their very best to stay on top.
Yes, they definitely, though they won 2 games coming in against England, though they beat England in the last game, they will come as the underdogs. Whenever Sri Lanka plays England or Australia, whatever the format, they'll come in as underdogs. So they'll prefer to stay there and try to get over the opposition. Get another couple of runs, good run in between the wickets. Mary Taylor hasn't been really able to express herself in this tournament. Has played a couple of games before this as well, but hasn't really been able to dominate proceedings with the ball. So she'll be looking to this opportunity, looking forward to it. Try and pick up an early wicket.
Is Kavindi trying to play her strokes. She has been quite good right throughout the tournament. That's again a beautiful drive, well fielded there. A lot of width given to her. They get a single. 8 runs on the board.
It's a good cricket all around at that time. Once again the width, flash in blade and good fielding in the backward point region. Certainly stopped a boundary. She went hard at it, threw her hands at that one. She's looking very positive out there. Kawindi already off to a very good start. So facing her first delivery is Kaushalya.
Playing her first game in this series. It's outside the off stump, trying to drive, misses it completely.
That's over.
That's the end of the first over. 8 runs coming off it for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka 8 with no loss. Charlotte Lambert to start bowling from the far end. That's the media box end here at the Mahindra Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. 3 matches, 4 overs, 41 runs, 10.25 economy. Pretty expensive, Ricky, isn't it? So Charlotte
Yes.
Lambert.
Yes, she hasn't been dominant with the ball, but she showed us some magic in the field yesterday. You know, took a brilliant catch, wasn't it, to change the complexion of the game, then followed up with another catch. She was good. She missed a chance of her own bowling, but after that, she was very good in the outfield as well, stopping certain runs. She's been very active, and today, in this final game, she'll be looking to bowl well in this power plays. Extracts a bit of bounce. She's tall, Lambert. Sort of a hit the deck bowler. And it's not going to be easy for the Sri Lankan left-handers. They're small in size comparatively to the England players, some of the England players, and Lambert is one of those who's very tall, who's well built.
It's definitely good build for a fast bowler. That's again short, wide outside the off stump. Wide being signalled. So England already given 2 wides in the 2 overs they have been bowling. Kavindi watching that ball going to the wicket keeper because wide outside the off stump. Yes, Lambert could have had some wickets yesterday. That one short and pulled away, but straight to the fielder.
It's a no ball. It's a free hit. But Kavindi will be disappointed. You know, just a few inches here and there from either side of that fielder. That would have been 4 because there was no protection on the boundary. Unfortunately, she hit it straight to the fielder. Didn't time it at all. But nevertheless, she's got the opportunity now for a free hit. She can go for it. It's a top edge, but they'll go through for a single. I think safely home. Gone to the third umpire, is it? Umpire Rampo Martinez will have to make the decision, Paulinus.
So there you see the green light coming out to say not out. So Kavindi moves on to 8 and the Sri Lankan total moves on to 11.
Not the best
That was
technique,
very
but the best technique, Paulinus, running between the wickets. Yeah, by young Kaushalya, but that's beautifully played. Now that's with the once again outside the off stump. And she was quick to latch on to that one to open score in Kaushalya through that cover region. They are very strong, the young Sri Lankan left-handers we have seen over this tournament through that offside, and that's another boundary. We were talking about the running between the wickets. She sort of plunged her bat into the crease at the last moment. Generally, you have to crease well before, you know, so that even if there's a direct hit, you could manage to get your bat to behind the line in time.
Yes, definitely she was not creasing her bat, carrying the bat, and that should be corrected soon. There could be many more close calls if she runs like that. They got to understand they've got to crease the bat.
Big smile on her face. That was a short delivery, a testing bouncer by Lambert. Kaushalya, she's smiling. She's happy to be there, I'm sure. Happy to represent the Sri Lanka under 19 and open the bat in. That went well overhead. That was called a wide. Again with Upish, but safe. Up and over the backward point region goes Kaushalya. Picking up a second boundary off the over. This is an expensive one from Lambert. So far she's bowled 8 deliveries and considered 12 runs. She's bowled a no ball, she's bowled a wide, And she's given with to the left-hander who has capitalized brilliantly. One hand off the bat at the last moment, but had enough to take it over the infield.
It's 2 wides and 2 boundaries also coming in that over. That's again wide outside the off stump. There is an appeal, but umpire didn't. Silva.
The wicketkeeper went up. The bowler seemed surprised that was called a wide. I think that was wide. It was very wide outside the off stump. If she didn't get any bat on that, that was definitely wide. We didn't hear any noise as such. This was signaling as wide.
So it's a very long over. 10 deliveries in that over.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Good comeback delivery. Now that's the line length she needs to be bowling. But expensive over from Lambert. 2 overs completed, 21 without loss.
Sri Lanka 21 for no loss. Kaushal and Kavindi both on 8. They got off to a good start. Just 2 overs of batting, 21 runs on the board. Yeah, see the big scoreboard at the Mahindra Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. There is a bowling change.
Change bowler, left arm over.
Go white, Dav. Yeah.
Sophia Smale been brought in 3 matches, 7 overs, 40 runs, 4 wickets. Economy of 5.71 and best being 3 for 19. So she has had a fairly decent series. Will be definitely looking to get into a breakthrough. That's down the leg side, beating the wicket keeper. That's 4 byes. Most probably will wait for the umpire signal. 4 wide signal. Down the leg side, yes it is.
It's a poor start to the over. Losing a line completely. So far England have conceded a lot of extras. 9 wides and 1 no ball. So 10 extras already. And we are just in the 3rd over. It's not been a good start. The skipper behind the stumps, Jones, was certainly disappointed with that one.
Yes,
Much better. This is the line and length. The Smale has to be bowling slow through the air. The Sri Lankan batters like pace on the ball. You know, they like to drive through the line, hit straight. Oh, that's right through everything. You cannot blame the wicket keeper for that one. They'll get a couple of runs. That could be 4. Valiant attempt, but just could not keep it in. She yorked herself. She was looking to come down the track. I think she yorked herself.
Ball, please. I am checking the boundary.
And the 3rd umpire is checking for that boundary as well.
Yeah, so actually.
So there is runs, 4 runs. That's a boundary to Kavindi.
It's signaled as byes, we have been told. But that was a difficult one for the wicket keeper. We'll take another look at that one.
Smale attacking Midland leg and going further towards the leg side. Again, Kavindi going for the sweep and a wide signal by umpire Nila and De Silva. unfortunately spelled, bowling at a wrong line, I would say. Pitching it on the leg stump and taking it further away from the leg stump.
Hit on
31 on the board for Sri Lanka. We are in the third over.
Get down!
It's a fuller delivery driven firmly.
well played, Paulinus. Full on the stumps once again, beautifully driven. The Sri Lankan left-handers have been brilliant through the offside so far this morning, whether it's against pace or spin. You know, they have been very fluent. And look at this delivery. I don't think it was really a bad ball as such. You know, it was, she gave it a bit of fear. And that was a good cricketing shot. We'll come back to that one.
Yes, Layla.
Another good delivery by Ismail.
That's over.
That's the end of that over. 10 runs coming off that over. Sri Lanka 35 for no loss after 3 overs.
Deep square, keep it right there, yeah.
Good girls, good. And then grab mid-wicket splitting them. Thank you. Mid-wicket splitting them? Yeah. Oh, is it? Just want to come over. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Change bowler. Left arm. Over.
3 overs completed, the 35. We have Coleman, who was very good with the ball yesterday. She had an impressive game against Australia. So she's been introduced into the attack. 11.05 is the current run rate. Sri Lanka off to a brilliant start after winning the toss and electing to bat first.
She got a couple of wickets in the very first over itself, Coleman. Might be wanting to repeat that performance. Try to create a breakthrough. Another good delivery there again by Coleman.
Yes, straight away she's on the mark. She's had a very good tournament, Courtney Coleman. That was that 4 byes that went earlier. You cannot blame the wicketkeeper Jones. That was through the batter, just past the stumps, and the wicketkeeper was unsighted. She had no chance on that one. She was yorked. The batter coming down the track yorked herself, but very fortunate to end up with 4 extra runs. Kaushalya giving herself some room, hits it powerfully. Doesn't feel cleanly. They'll get a couple of runs. A slight misfield. Is that 2 runs or just a single?
Single.
They got only 1 for that. I thought they could have run harder, probably push for 2. And this was that last one there. You see, the fielder got a hand to it, just could not stop that one, Nogru. Very lucky. Big inside edge. Good over. This is a very good over by Coleman. Just the 2 runs. 4 completed, 37 without loss.
Otarin kiyanna.
Go straight, yeah. Dab that way. Come on now, Smealy!
So 37 for no loss Sri Lanka after 4 overs. It's a loud appeal, but definitely going down the leg side.
Come on, guys, let's switch back on here now.
Smale and Kawindi in a tangle there. Kawindi flat on the ground, trying to get back to a crease. Smale checking on her well-being. Missed out on that one. It was short. It was on leg stump. Should feel that she should have put that for runs. Once again in a bit of a tangle. Kawindi is very fluent, as I mentioned, through the offside, but her stance probably she gets in a bit of a tangle when she has to play through the onside, because the right foot, I mentioned the other day, comes across very quickly, and then if the ball is full, there you go. See, she's missed out now. Sri Lanka, after the first 3 overs for 35, they were looking great, but since then England have managed to crawl their way back. First through Coleman, and now in this over, stemming the flow of runs.
Yes, definitely the last 10 deliveries brought only just 2 runs into the Sri Lankan total. There you see dot balls up to dot. Just 2 singles in the last 10 deliveries. Kawindi looking for big hits rather than working the ball away. That's good cricket there. Worked it away nicely. Got a single.
So they should look to get a run every ball possible if you can't get the boundary. Keep hitting the gaps, because the loose ball will come, the boundary ball will come. You see, last over only 2 runs. This over only 1 run. Played it late, played it neatly. This is very good batting by Kaushalya. Very intelligent cricket. Just using the pace of a Smale outside the off stump. It was a very good over until then, spoilt with that boundary of the last ball. 5 overs completed. It's 42 without loss.
There you see the replay of that. Nicely played by Kaushalya. Going towards the boundary. So that was a good over after then. Until then, 42 for no loss after 5 overs. Kaushalya is on 13 and Kawindi on 14. Both these 2 Sri Lankan openers given them a good start. It's Cotin Coleman coming into ball. As I say, good afternoon to Dhammika Hemanta, who's joined me in the box. Good afternoon, Dhammika.
Good afternoon, foreigners. This game really nicely sets up. It's a virtual final. Winner takes it all game. Both the teams looking very keen. Sri Lanka with a single change. 2 new batters. Kawindi, the usual opener. Kaushalya opening today. Once again, York herself coming down the track against Cotin Coleman. Had a good outing against Australia yesterday. This is by far the best power play for Sri Lanka. There you go.
Well, Kawindi trying to come down the wicket and hit Cotin Coleman, but getting the ball onto the Yorker length like. She could have waited in the crease and tried to hit it over the top.
I'm starting to notice Kaushalya is looking for room outside the off stumps. So English bowlers smart, bowling into her, and Kaushalya and Kawindi finding it little tough this time. Gone aerial, finds the fielder and drops it. Lucky opportunity for Kawindi. Could be her lucky day.
Well, Kawindi going for a big hit. Didn't get hold of it properly. Fielded down there, deep mid-on, dropping it. That could have been taken. Well, England really looking for a wicket. That's another good delivery by Cotin Coleman. She's been really bowling well, keeping a good line, good length, and her economy is pretty good. 1.5 overs, just giving away 4 runs.
Ava, just a tad.
You're right about that. Good first over. Rest of the bowlers taken a bit of a stick. Colin Coleman given away just 4 runs, bowling straight. And Kavindi finding it difficult to handle her. This time gets it through the gap. Oh, gorgeous looking shot for a boundary.
Well, that was a lovely shot as usual. The cover drive of a left-hander. Beautifully played by Kavindi. The Texas go on to 20 with that boundary and the Sri Lankan total to 48. There you see the replay of that. Hit little uppishly but found the gap between the cover point and the extra cover fielder.
Go for me. Go just.
There you see umpire Nilan De Silva signalling the end of the power play of 6 overs. Well, Sri Lanka got 48 of these 6 overs. A decent run rate of 8 per over.
More than decent indeed. Best Sri Lanka had so far. 8 and over. 2 openers, left-handers. Usually Demi Vihanga comes in as the opening batter. Today, different combination, working magic.
I think the Sri Lankan openers have been doing well in all the games. Even Vihanga and Kavindi had good partnerships. But this was the best, I think. No doubt 48 runs partnership between these two. And they got it quickly. The runs had come fast. 8 per over in the first 6 overs.
Right from the start, they've seen intent. On the lookout for runs. Being positive frame of mind, whichever way you may call it, Kaushalya and Kavindi. Especially,
They see Vihanga at 73.47 strike rate. Manudi Nanakara 82.28 and Rashmi Sawandi 108. So they are the middle order and the late middle order batters. So Kavindi Sanchana Kavindi right at the top with 20 of 27 deliveries and Ashani Kaushalya 14. Well, Sri Lanka 49 for no loss at the moment.
against slower bowlers, Kavindi finding it touch difficult to get her shots worked into the gaps on the onside, but no troubles so far on the offside. Quite clearly, someone who got a really nice bat swing and usually clearly above the head. Another wide,
One over the shoulder.
number of extras mounting up. 11 already.
Well, that wide brings the Sri Lankan total on to 50. 50 for no loss in 6.3 overs. Well, I thought Charlotte Lambert with a 4 over in the first had done quite well, but again going too short, way above the batsman's head. That's a good delivery again by Lambert. Two Sri Lankan batters have been batting steadily here. 50 runs on the board.
Sorry, Jane, I couldn't get your numbers up.
At the toss, skipper Manudi Nanakara straight away mentioned today they are aiming higher than 130. I'm hoping they can reach a score around 150. This should be a very, very even contest.
Well, that one hit uppishly. It's a fielder getting underneath. So that's the end of Kavindi. So Sri Lanka losing their first wicket at 50. So Lambert getting that wicket of Kavindi.
Smart piece of bowling. Slowed it up. A cutter. Kavindi clearly deceived. Went for a booming drive. Only managing to find the edge. Easy catch. Just like that.
There I see the replay of that. Kavindi going for a big hit. Didn't get hold of it. Hitting it high above. And well, nicely taken by the fielder. That's Pavley. Pavley taking that catch. So Sanjana Kavindi walks back, getting 20 runs of 29 deliveries. Definitely she and Kaushalya put on a very good 50-run partnership for the first wicket. Sri Lanka must try to consolidate from here on.
There's no doubt. It's about keeping up the momentum. Hiruni Hansika comes in at 3, left-handed batter, and her role, her responsibility is to keep up the momentum. Sri Lanka looking good. Outstanding 50 runs partnership to start with. Crucial game. The series on the line. It's about handling pressure and perform under pressure really well. There you go. 8.5, just 17 runs, highest of 10. So it's time for her to make an improvement. Hiruni Hansika.
Well, I think Hiruni Hansika is also promoted up the order, getting an opportunity to bat. Sri Lankans are really trying to, as Damik said just now, might be wanting to win this game to finish on top. It's a winner-takes-all game. Whoever wins this game will finish on top in the points table. Of course, this is a tri-series between Australia. There you see the last wicket of Kavindi. Trying to hit it over the top, didn't get hold of it. And a very good catch taken by Pebble. So 7 overs gone, it's 50 for 1.
It's always very pleasing to see some support for these young girls in the middle, especially for Sri Lankan team. Right throughout the series, we've seen support for Australia and England. Even today, increased number of supporters for England. Carries Pavley just taken a catch. Slow left arm orthodox coming into the attack.
Sri Lanka must be definitely happy with the start they got between Kavindi and Kaushalya, putting on 50 for the first wicket. That's down the leg side, swinger, but straight to the fielder. There could be a run out, but we'll have to wait and see whether they're going to the third umpire.
Close call. I think she's in.
No, cow.
Amin, keep going. Amin. Keep going.
Well, there you see the not out decision. Well, umpire Reno Martinez having a lot of work to do as the TV umpire.
Green light, you're good to go, Hansika. Not the best piece of running, taken a while to start off. Some of the back foot. I'm starting to notice a weakness in Sri Lankan left-handers playing through square leg region. So far, lots of deliveries on the pads, not utilized. Classic example.
Well, up to now, they were trying to go on the front foot. They're coming down. Even for the shorter delivery, they were stuck in the crease and trying to pull it. But that stroke, they really went on the back foot and missed the line, missed the length. So that's Kaushalya on 15 and Hansika on 1. Sri Lanka 52 for 1.
Yesterday we saw from Davina Perrine for England. Swift footwork. Got to the back foot really quickly. Dancing down the track. Keep the bowlers guessing. Make things difficult for the bowlers. Sri Lanka, I think it's about time they adopt the same approach.
Well, decent bowling in the recent overs, but that one trying to cut Tuxie, kick the inside edge and goes down towards the third man boundary. 4 more to Kaushalya. Takes the Sri Lankans go on to 56 and Kaushalya moves on to 19. Well, I thought England bowlers were trying to pull it back. That was a bad and very unfortunate. Took the inside edge and no fielder down there in the deep. Went to the third man boundary.
You happy?
By bowling straight, England bowlers restricted Sri Lankan left-handers to a certain extent, but from time to time giving away just a little more room than they've desired. Opportunity, bottom half, and gets a boundary. Kaushalya will take it whichever the way it comes.
So it's 8 overs gone. It's 56 for 1 Sri Lanka.
4 minutes down, let's get a move on.
There you go. High-rising buildings. The bar chart looking good. A wicket down. Things looking very promising for Sri Lanka.
5 minutes down.
But you see from the 4th over onwards, not much of runs coming in this overs. So England bowlers have kept tight. The first 3 overs we had good runs coming. 13, 14. And then after that we got the England bowlers keeping good line, good length and trying to pull it back. 16 extras, that's costly. 56 for 1 after 8 overs. So it's Lambert again. Hit uppishly this time, but safely towards the third man region. Just a single to her. Takes Hansika on to 2 this time. And the score to 57.
All 3 left-handers so far playing horizontal shots, especially through the leg side. I'm noticing a little bit of a weakness. I'm sure things to work on. It's about improving gradually. These exciting bunch of girls will improve.
Yes, Lambert, yes, Lambert.
That's another good delivery by Lambert. Lambert had a poor over, giving away 14 runs her first over. But then she has come back strongly. 16 coming out the next 1.2 overs. 57 for 1 Sri Lanka. Kaushalya is on 19 and Hansika on 2.
I think this is the ideal time for these 2 batters to treat each delivery on its merit, just like that.
Come on, come on.
Wait till the opportunity comes. I think there was clear opportunity for a couple, but not taken. England fielders, they are happy.
Yes, definitely. They got to look for those runs. They should have been taken 2, but they were satisfied with 1. They see the replay of that. And again on the front foot and quickly going on to the back foot and pulling it away. Lambert next delivery down the leg side, that could be called wide. Yes, that's umpire Nilan De Silva signalling wide. A lot of wides in this over. That's 12 wides in the score of 59. So that's definitely going to be costly for England.
Though initially I thought the previous shot was timed it well, that one came off the bottom toe end of the bat. That's the reason why wasn't reaching the boundary. Hansika taken 4 deliveries this time. Nicely worked away for a single. Always good to see 2 Sri Lankans. Rotating strike.
How is Tom, please, Tom?
Run rate around 7. Ideal at this stage.
So 60 on the board. Well, Sri Lanka were going at a rate of 8 per over. Now been pulled down. But they got to work the ball around and get those singles. That is what is needed. Consolidation comes from there. Looking, that's nicely driven straight past the bowler. That's coming towards the boundary. 4 more runs. 4 more runs to Kaushalya. Takes her on to 24 and the score to 64. That is a lovely shot. A straight drive past the bowler. No stopping that. You see that? Oh, no chance of stopping that. Straight down the ground. Beautiful shot to watch. 4 runs to Kaushalya.
Probably shot of the day so far. We've seen a couple of gorgeous looking off drives through extra cover region and deep point region. This is right on top. This time pitched outside the leg stump, it seems.
That's given out.
Initially I thought that one clearly pitched outside the leg stump, but what matters is what umpire saw. So Kaushalya looked promising, but unfortunately walking back.
Well, I think umpire Nilan De Silva knew it was pitched on the leg stump and further coming towards the middle. Had no hesitation in giving it out. So that's the end of the innings of Kaushalya. Very well played, 24. There you see. Straight in line of leg stump or midland leg, I would say. A good decision by umpire Nilan De Silva. So Kaushalya walks back for 24 at the score at 62 for 4. 64 for 2, sorry.
Let's go, Pam.
Go guys, just be quick now.
Skipper Manudi Nanakara in at 4. Outstanding start. Bit of a hold. Sri Lanka losing 2 wickets in a close proximity. Not ideal. Run rate 7.11, which is good. Will Nanakara and Hansika keep up the momentum? This time goes aerial and finds the fielder. What's going on?
So that's the end of Hansika. Went off the back foot and played a pull shot. Definitely go into the hands of that's Surya Kumar taking that catch. Suren Kumar taking that catch. So Hirani Hansika walks back for 3 of 6 deliveries.
So change of tactic not working well for Sri Lanka about Hansika. Sent in at number 3. Grand opportunity to build up a good total, get good runs. But unfortunately got herself under pressure by playing too many dot balls and finally gone for a big shot. Only managing to find the fielder, Sri Lanka. All of a sudden, 3 down for 64.
Yes, there is some beautiful pictures right around the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium here in Surya Weba Hambantota, taken from the drone camera. A lot of greenery. Beautiful pictures. There you see the Sri Lankan card up to now. Kavindi was out for 20. Kaushalya just the last wicket for 24, and the last wicket was Hirani Hansika for 3. Manudi Nanakara, the captain, is coming. She's yet to face a delivery. Sri Lanka 64 for 3.
Sri Lanka had the advantage somehow. England bowlers pulling things back. Charlotte Lambert 2 for 32 and Pavley picked up a wicket. 17 extras. Not gonna make England coaching camp happy. I'll tell you what.
Yes, definitely 17 extras going to cost a lot for England. This is going to be a close game.
That's correct.
Devmi Vihanga coming late in the order now. She opened the innings in the previous games. Coming in at number 5 today. Well, giving the opportunity to Ashani Kaushalya to open the innings, but she did a good job. And the Sri Lankan openers put on a partnership of 50 for the first wicket. They did well, but later on losing their way 3 quick wickets. Manudi Nanakara, the captain, should be able to hold things together with Devmi Vihanga.
At this stage, getting close to 10 overs. There you go. Just 36 runs. She's way better than that, Devmi Vihanga. Outstanding right-handed batter, averaging 12. Could this be the opportunity she was waiting for? Straight away down the leg side. 1 more wide. 18 wide so far. Vihanga as well as Nanakara yet to open their accounts.
Yes, definitely too many wides bowled by the English bowlers. That's trying to work it away down the leg side, misses it. We'll have to wait and see for the umpire's signal.
I think that one came off the pad of Demi Vihanga.
Yeah.
Left hand.
Should be a leg by.
One, sorry.
That's correct.
Leg by signal, taking the score on to 66. Still both these two batters still to open their accounts. Nanakara facing her first delivery.
Only we've spoken well enough about keeping up momentum in T20 games, especially this time.
There could be a
no.
run out, a mix up there. Definitely Nanakara coming down. Vihanga was
Who's out there?
definitely Nanakara coming down for the second, but Vihanga was not ready with it. It's gone to the third umpire.
Left-hander coming into bat, by the way, guys. Left-hander's coming in. Thank you. You better not be tricking me because you're frazzled me.
Unfortunate, horrendous piece of running, miscommunication.
So that's Devmi Vihanga being run out. Yes, definitely she should have gone for that second run. There was two there. And Manudi Nanakara called her so many times. And she was just ball watching like, So that brings in Rashmi Nitranjali into bat. Well, Sri Lanka, England definitely had pulled it back now. 67 for 4.
Sri Lanka had the momentum on their side and it gifted the momentum back to England. 4 wickets on a trot. There was clearly an opportunity for 2. If not, they should have communicated loud enough. We saw no one communicating, no gestures, just went for it, and Vihanga just stayed where she was.
No, I think Damika Manudi Nanakara called very loudly. She said 2, but Vihanga was just watching the ball and she was not interested in running at all. So anyway, things like this happen. Lack of experience maybe. Well, that's nicely put it on the offside and gets a single. Well, we see Nanakara in particular, she's looking for runs. She's always on the move. She's a busy player, I would say. Looking for runs always. That's the Sri Lankan captain.
You're right about that. Nanakara, very fast runner between the sticks. And she straight away knew she can clearly go to the other end, to the danger end. So it's about Vihaga responding. Nevertheless, Sri Lanka losing another wicket.
So it's 10 overs gone. Sri Lanka 68 for 4. Nanaka on to Netranjali yet to open an account.
Once again, taking a look at the scorecard, outstanding start by two openers, two left-handers. Kaushal coming in as the opener, 20 and 24 respectively. After that, nothing much to speak of. 18 extras. Sri Lanka, I thought, broken momentum, could come back to haunt them later. As I welcome Ricky once again back at the com box.
This hasn't been a good passage of play, Dhammika, for Sri Lanka. They have lost 4 wickets rather quickly, close to each other. And Nanakar still to find a feet, just 3 deliveries. Netranjali just 2 deliveries. They have a lot of work to do. They had to ensure now they get to that 130 mark. At the toss, Manudi was saying 135 is what they're looking at. That has been the past score so far in this series, defendable. They lost to Australia in the last ball. Unfortunately, that too because of their fielding. But remember, yesterday England chased down that 124 in just 13.3 overs. So they were looked very dominant. Sri Lanka have to get much as possible. That's in there. Could be out caught. Yes! Outside edge.
Another one bites the dust. Sri Lanka 5 down. What's happening?
Netranjali, she was looking to go over the top, over the offside. The intention was clear. No, probably trying to hit it too hard. The ball turning away from her. Gets that leading edge. And a simple catch at the end. I think it was Suren Kumar under it. Holds on comfortably. That's her second catch for today. Rashmi Netranjali out for North. Sri Lanka now in lots of trouble. 69 for 5.
What do you want? Go for me, Ava. You left me. Left or right? Right. Right hand! Go.
Sumudhu Nisansala comes in at 7 under pressure. Sri Lanka not building up partnerships.
Who do we want to slip?
They are walking back to the dugout faster than they came in.
She got to 19 in one of the games earlier on. Hasn't got many opportunities to bat. But this is a big opportunity. She's the wicket keeper of the side. No, she has to ensure that she builds. Oh, beautifully taken. You cannot leave Davina Perrin out of the game. She held on to that really well. A soft dismissal, just a push towards a short extra cover. But the ball was dipping on her. She had to dive forward. Diving forward is never easy. Unlike diving towards your left or the right. We'll take a look at that one. Flighted delivery. Beautifully taken. Good hands. And England, haven't they come back into this game? At one stage, Sri Lanka were 35 without loss after 3 overs. And now 69 for 6 in the 11th over. As Nisansala departs without scoring.
Sort with Lambo for me, please.
The Hamis Sanetma in at 8 under huge pressure.
Right hand.
Sri Lanka need to gather momentum. Meanwhile, Ewali, she's on a hat-trick. Did cause trouble against Sri Lanka. And she's repeating the same. Just given away a single and picked up 2 wickets. Sri Lanka losing the plot.
Yes, a lot to do here for Dami. She's in the side for a bowling. But now she has to ensure that they build up a partnership. Was that an outside edge? We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. They'll get a single.
Didn't know which way to go there.
Signaled as a bias, so no outside edge. But every run counts now for Sri Lanka, and Nanekara has to anchor this innings. She has to ensure that Sri Lanka bats the 20 overs. You know, if they get all out, that will be very disappointing. They have batted really well right throughout this tournament. So she has to ensure that she takes her team to the 20th over, bat deep, and the others have to play that supporting role.
Fabulous start. Good platform laid.
Yes.
But Sri Lanka not capitalizing. Ideally, at this stage, they should be looking to go for runs. Completes 11th over, 70 for 6.
Nice girls. Really good, Ava. Really good.
Yes, that was the last couple of wickets. Netranjali, she was looking to go over the top. Not needed at that stage of the game. They have just lost a wicket to a run out. And this was a soft dismissal, just a push. And Perrin, she's very athletic. She's very good in the field. A bubbly character. We saw with the bat yesterday, very powerful as well. I'll tell you, we are going to see a lot of young Perrin in the future for England women's cricket. No doubt about it. There is so much talent in the player itself. There are certain players, you know that they're natural talent. And at a very young age, she's showing it, proving it. And I'm sure as the years go by, in England women's cricket, we'll hear a lot of young Davina Perrin.
You said it right. She's a team player, sending out energetic vibes with bat in the field. And even today with the ball, I'm sure women's cricket leading franchises, England colours, future definitely looking bright.
It's well bowled, coming on with the arm. So Senithma will have to take her time. She has to ensure she gives Nanekara much of the strike as possible. Yes, Sri Lanka cannot lose any more wickets. But they also have to just keep pushing the singles, get these ones and the twos. Now that should have been put away. Now those side of deliveries have to be put away for runs, hitting straight to the fielder. But this is what pressure can do. When you lose wickets quickly in a cluster, you know, the batters are really under pressure. They know they cannot afford to take any more risk.
That was nicely played.
Davy, back to mid wicket.
All along the ground rather than going aerial to Sri Lankan batters for no reasons. Soft dismissals. They straight away knew a volley, tossed it up, slowing it down. So reaching for it is the mistake Sri Lankan batters made. A huge responsibility for Nanekara. She need to carry on batting till the completion of the 20th over and hopefully get Sri Lanka to a decent total. But at the moment, things definitely not looking bright. Down the leg side, another wide.
So they lost their first wicket at 50, says Charit, who's helping us with all these stats and the scoring. And now 72 for 6. So the last 6 wickets have fallen for 22 runs. Imagine Sri Lanka 50 for no loss, been 72 for 6. That's how soon the complexion of this game has changed. Credit to the England bowlers and fielders in particular. They held on to their catches. The ground fielding has been good and brought themselves right back into the game. 12 overs complete at 73 for 6.
There you go, the stat we always kept our eyes on. And in the horizon, dark clouds.
The horizon doesn't look good. We have seen bright blue skies over the last 1 week or so. Hot and humid conditions. But today we have a bit of cloud cover. We had a bit of overnight rain as well here in Hambantota in Suryaweba. There was a slight drizzle earlier on before the start of play. And once again to the distance, we see a bit of darkish clouds looming over the ground. And the sun certainly has dipped. That's a good shot. That's well played by Captain Nanekara. Down on one knee. Perfectly placed. That's important runs, much needed 4 runs for Sri Lanka.
A boundary after a long while. Number of wickets going down. Diving effort was in vain. Manudi Nanayakara taking up the responsibilities. Slowing it down. Good piece of bowling. Nanayakara get the outside half and coming back for the second. When you are batting with Nanayakara, you should be prepared for this. Taking the second, running fast.
Well, there is some rain, I have been told. The far part is somewhere in the distance. We could just see the rain coming down from the skies. It's a distance from us, away from the grounds, but it's a lovely picture. I mean, you don't see that often from the com box. We could see it straight after, just behind the scoreboard area. Umpires having a bit of a chat as well. I think they fear that probably the rain is coming down quickly. Now, what is the chat that they're having? Yes, there you go. There is the rain in the far distance.
Dive straighter.
Over Hambantota.
Dive straighter.
We're not sure exactly where it is, but it's certainly pouring down there. Taken on the full. Clears the inner field. Fielder Perrin there at mid-wicket. Didn't get hold of it in Nanayakara. That again was a loose one that should have been put away for runs. She just gets a single, gets away.
Probably by trying to hit it too hard. We've seen that from Sri Lankan batters, number of them, especially while trying to go over mid-wicket region, through square leg region. Horizontal bat shot, not enough power, no good timing. Still 6.40 is the run rate. Nicely swept straight to the fielder. They managed to cross over for a single.
That's good running. That's what Manudi Nanayakara will bring to the table for the Sri Lankan under-19s when she's out there in the centre. Running between the wickets. Yes, there was a run out earlier, but there was probably 2 runs definitely, which she wanted, and the partner did respond. But we saw in the last couple of games how she gets those quick singles. Sometimes hits it straight to the fielder and goes for the run. It's in a lot of energy when she's out there. Very strong character. And Sri Lanka needs every run. Like you mentioned, the run rate is really good. I mean, it's a decent run rate, 6.39. It's just as the wickets now is the problem, because they are unable to accelerate. And they have to be careful that they don't lose another one.
Get a runner ball or close to that mark. Get something on the board. That's what in order for Sri Lanka as England completes the 13th over. Sri Lanka 82 for 6. Still a delivery left. This time safely negotiated. 13th over comes to an end. 82 for 6. Sri Lanka not looking good. There you go from the distance. Rain drops in down. Still not reaching where we are. We are hoping that the rain stays away and we could continue this wonderful game between England and Sri Lanka. Series decider, of course. Once again, Taylor comes back into the attack. Right arm, fast medium. So far, given away 8 runs. Outside the off stump. Should be another wide, and it is a wide.
Taylor into the attack, had an expensive first over. Starts off with a wide. So England have been very wavered with their bowling so far in this game. They have considered a lot of extras, a lot of wides. That's much better. Beautifully bowled. Coming round the wicket. Now changing the angle, Taylor. Angling it into the left-hander. So she has to keep bowling in those areas. The more dot balls are for England, will put a lot of pressure on the Sri Lankans, and especially the captain.
Really nice piece of bowling by Taylor onto the block hole. Not providing room this time outside the O stump. Finds a fielder luckily. Scoring opportunity was presented. Now Sanetma's role is very important for Sri Lanka to progress. Nanayakara, as usual, keeping herself busy, trying to get singles, and if Sri Lanka gets Nanayakara on strike more often than not, they can still go past 110, 120. But for the time being, it's about survival for Sri Lanka. Taylor. Outstanding piece of fielding. Sri Lanka loses another wicket, and Nanayakara walks back dejectedly. Powerful blow through extra cover region and diving effort. England on top, right on top.
And the England girls are happy. They have picked up the key wicket. Driving on the up, Apishli. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Catchers win matches. Catchers make a huge difference in any form of cricket. You certainly can turn the momentum of the game. We saw that yesterday. England took an outstanding catch. Lambert on the boundary. And Australia fell away towards the latter part of the innings. And this was another stunner. Earlier we saw Perrin. And now another fantastic catch to dismiss Nanayakara for 12. Sri Lanka in lots of trouble. It was Lee at that extra cover region. 83 for the loss of 7 wickets.
I think, Ricky, they faltered by trying to keep up the outstanding start given to them by the two left-handed openers. Above 7 runs. Instead of picking up singles, they straight away trying to hit each and every ball out of the park. Didn't work. Soft dismissals. And Taylor in the middle of a very good spell, having picked up a wicket. He must have another look. There you go. Good hands. Diving to her right. Well taken. Played straight. Straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. 14 done. 88 for 7. In trouble. Looking at the skies. Getting dark out here. Usually we had very, very bright, very sunny, hot and humid weather. But today, everything has changed.
Very unfortunate, isn't it, Dhammika? We have had, hot and humid conditions. When it comes to cricket, we could call it brilliant conditions. Because we need, what we need is everybody looks forward to the game being played. And over the last 1 week, since we started these games on the 28th, it has been brilliant, not a sign of rain. But unfortunately, since yesterday, there's been a bit of cloudy conditions. And the rain has come. I was hoping, I was praying that the rain will come after 6 p.m. today, so that we could complete today's match as well. But unfortunately, it's very dark and gloomy out there at the moment.
I saw a signal by umpire Nilan De Silva calling for covers. Looks like.
No, I think a bit of a concern to the player. Yeah, I think she did the ball hit her face in that last shot. The physio is out there in the center, checking the helmet as well. Right, I think is that one?
That's
yes,
a protocol.
Is.
Concussion test. Mandatory after hitting the helmet or the head.
We have the doctors as well, just checking on. It's a protocol. It doesn't matter if it's going to rain, if it's cloudy. It doesn't matter what stage of a game it is. Player safety is paramount. Player safety is a number one, whether it's cricket or whatever the sport it is. So it is the duty of the physios, the doctors, and the umpires to make sure that each and every player is fine, whether you're batting, whether you're fielding. It does not matter. She went for that sweep shot. I think the ball sort of went through a grill maybe and hit her head. I'm not too sure. But certainly they needed to check on that. The ground staff are waiting. They are ever ready as always. The Sri Lankan ground staff. Doesn't matter if it's a Colombo, Kandy, Galle, Hambantota, wherever you are. They show a lot of energy. They are the quickest to bring the covers onto the grounds. There's nobody who could match that around the world. No doubt about it.
Isn't that right? It's an art. You need to master this time. Gets it past the point fielder. Welcome boundary, Ricky.
Much needed. Senithma with outside the off stumper from Lee, and the fielder, I thought, could have cut that off. We'll take a look. Yes, she'll be disappointed. She got there but just unable to get down in time. Just a sort of a miscalculated, mistimed slide. Lee isn't happy. That's full toss. That could be called a no ball. We'll have to wait for it. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. They come back for two. It's a signal as a no ball from the square leg umpire. So that's a free hit.
So something working for Sri Lanka. A boundary followed up by a no ball. Generously flighted and above the waist height. And unbelievable. If we count, Sri Lanka got so many free hits. I think they failed each and every occasion to go for a big shot.
You're right, Damika. They haven't capitalized on those free hits. Earlier on the innings as well, I remember they could not really capitalize from the snowballs and the free hits, which is very unfortunate. Sri Lanka's score has moved up to 96 for 7. If you could see, there is a bit of a jump by 5 runs. And the reason is in the early over, the umpire had to give 5 extra runs to Sri Lanka. I think it's something to do with the field, probably. Maybe the ball hitting a cap or a hat or the helmet, which cannot happen in the game if it hits one of those. If it's away from the field, then 5 penalty runs are considered. So Sri Lanka have been considered 5 runs due to an error by one of the England fielders. And that's why the score has now moved up to 97 for 7. And Sri Lanka will welcome every run they get.
Looks like they have no problems getting over the 100 runs mark. Lee, expensive over. No ball and a boundary. Neatly worked away, but straight to the fielder. Now the dot ball to complete the 15th. Sri Lanka 97 for 7.
Left hand, girls, left hand. Oh, right hand. No, it's left. It's left.
The England camp, the dugout. They have some smiles, the coaching staff, the support staff. They are enjoying the game out there. Those are the reserve players on the bench for today, including their vibrant captain, Grooves, who has led this team very well over the last 3 games. Now what a start it was. High-rise buildings in red there in the first 6 overs. And then Sin started to slip away because at regular intervals. And they could not really keep up that momentum. But still 5 overs to go. And if you look at it, Sri Lanka 97. They are going at 6.40. So the run rate is really good. The problem is they don't have top order batters out there. And they have lost too many wickets to bat these 5 overs.
Yes, exactly. 7 wickets down, 3 wickets remaining. Sri Lankans might be wanting to bat the 20 overs. They should not go for big hits right now. They should be looking about the singles, trying to rotate the strike. You see no singles very much. They have a boundary in the last 8 deliveries. Just a single boundary and 2 singles. Many dot balls. They should try to work these dot balls into 1s and 2s. And it could be a run out.
Oh, it was a run out opportunity. Jones has missed the ball. The skipper. She will be disappointed. Yes, no call. The non-striker never wanted it. Sevanti was looking for that run. A quick return. Easy. Oh, the ball slipped out of her hand. She was probably just not really in position. She had to gather it. But that's an important moment, and these are important runs. Just a single, but very crucial for Sri Lanka's cause.
Yes, definitely runs should come somehow, get those singles. That's what the Sri Lankan idea should be. The two Sri Lankan batters, Senitha and Savandi, should be trying to working on the singles. 98 for 7. We're in the 16th over. Still have a good run rate of 6.26. If they can reach a total of around 125 to 130, they can put up a good fight. But the problem is the number of wickets that has fallen. I see at the current run rate, they can get 125.
So we also must remember that regarding they'll get another single to take the total to 99. Netmisena Ratna, remember, got injured in the game against Australia, or in the game against England after a superb half century. Unfortunately, I was told that she will not take any further part in this series, and she had to return back. They have done some MRI scans.
There you see the Sri Lankan dugout doesn't seem to be that happy with their performance. They got off to a very good start. They got 50 for the first wicket in just 6.2 overs. And from there on, they were losing a couple of wickets. There you see Kavindi 20, Kaushalya 24. Those two put on a good partnership. Then after that, Hansika was out for 3. And that's another good delivery by Cotin Coleman. Bowled her 2 overs for just 8 runs.
Yes, so Senitha trying her best. She's done a decent job, 10 or 15.
Get out. Yes, Bailey.
Probably would have been better off trying to punch that through the offside. She's very lightly built, so probably doesn't have the power to play the big shots. Is that another fantastic effort in the field? Brilliant. Courtney Coleman has taken another stunner, I think, on a follow through. Certainly Sri Lanka have lost their 8th wicket at 99. England are celebrating in grand style. Senitha looking to push the single down the ground. Got a leading edge. She was looking to work it on the onside. One hand had just outstretched, her left hand grabs it. And Taham Senitha out for 10. Coleman picks up a wicket. It's 99 for 8.
So there is Sashini Gimhani coming in at number 10. Sri Lanka 99 for 8 after being 50 for no loss at one stage. Lost her wickets at regular intervals. There you see her batting 4 matches, 3 innings. 13 average.
Run it.
Cotin Coleman. I think Ricky Cotin Coleman was a bowler, really put the brakes on the Sri Lankan batters. He bowled 2 good overs at the start and now coming on a second spell.
Good work.
She banged straight into her, the runner. She was looking to dive into her crease.
Smalia. Smealy. Happy, yeah?
100 on the board
Okay.
finally for Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they'll be disappointed that they got to 100 with 8 wickets down at one stage when they were 50 for no loss. And it has been a big turnaround by England, and that was the last one to go caught and bowled. Almost got through. Will be called leg byes. Was there inside edge? Leg by signal by umpire Nilanti Silva.
Come on, that tails. Really good at tails.
As he got in Coolman's bowling
How many
figures,
scrubs is that?
almost completed the 3 overs, just
Yeah,
given
what
away
scrubs
9
over there?
runs. Getting that wicket of Senetma. She's bowled very tight, good economy. And that's the end of her third over. With 17 gone, Sri Lanka 101 for 8.
It's a Taylor, 1 for 11 over 3 overs. Brilliant. 2 for 23 to Lambert, slightly expensive. Smale just the 2 overs. Coleman outstanding. 1 for 9 of 3 overs. Economic rate of 3 runs per over. Pavley as well. And Lee 2 for 19 over 3 overs. So all the England bowlers, 6 of them have contributed. But the fall of wickets is what we have to look at. Look at it. 50, 64, 64 gains, 67, 69. It just kept falling. Twice, 2 wickets fell at 69, 2 wickets fell at 64. Sri Lanka never really recovered. Once they lost a couple of wickets, the panic button set in, and they could not get going from their run out in the middle as well. And their set batters getting out didn't really help.
Well, with 3 overs remaining, their target should be to bat the 20 overs, add a couple of runs. That's a foolish. Put away nicely. That's to the boundary.
I think she was late to pick that one. The field at the deep mid-wicket boundary. Nevertheless, she went for the catch. I thought she would have probably been better off trying to stop the boundary instead of going for the catch. It was a juicy full toss. Swung across the line. You could see she was never going to get there.
Yes, that was 4 valuable runs for Sawandi and the Sri Lankan total.
Yes, they must look to bat the 20 overs, no doubt, and try to get to 120. Remember, they defended 117 against Australia, 127 against England. So you never know. The scoreboard pressure will always come in. And don't forget, because of these cloudy conditions, we never know if the Duckworth and Lewis might come into the game as well. So England will be under pressure as well to try and get these runs quickly as possible. Then they could lose a few wickets. So the game can twist and turn. So runs on the board and batting the 20 overs is paramount for Sri Lanka.
Yes, definitely. If they bat the 20 overs, get much as possible. Maybe 120, as you said. And then get a couple of English wickets early. Definitely will be putting the pressure on the England batters. It's another good delivery by Smale. Kimani pushing it on the offside. 106 for 8 after being 50 for no loss, Sri Lanka. They lost their way in the middle. Wickets falling at regular intervals. And the England bowlers getting back into the game. So 1 more run to the total and 18 gone. It's 107 for 8.
Come on, guys, quick! What? Oh, hang on, stop. Right hand. Yeah, go. Do you want 2? You want 2 in here? Yeah. Okay. Oh. What? Max, get on the boundary.
Now, apologies, sorry. Now in the last game, like you reminded me just now, Gimani hit a first ball 6, isn't it? If she can get a few of those, in this last couple of overs, get a few boundaries. That will certainly help Sri Lanka's cause. So no slouch with the bat. That's much better. Now she was in a crease, didn't leave a crease at all, but quick glove work by Jones behind the stumps.
Yeah.
That chat's got through, but
No, bring her up.
Not out, come on.
Well, there is not a signal given by umpire Ranmo Martinez, who is the TV umpire, but definitely some good glove work. But the batsman did not leave, batter did not leave her crease. That's Kimhani.
The Sri Lankan run rate has dropped. But that's a good shot. She's got it into the outfield. Will they come back for two? Yes, they would. Those are valuable runs. Yes, it was one time, but a 6.84. Now it has dropped down to 5.89. So this is what wickets can do. This is the scoreboard pressure that could be created. Still, Sri Lanka must look to get it to up to 6, get to 129 deliveries left.
Well, Ricky, after 6 overs, they were 8. A run rate of 8. They got 48 in 6 overs. That's a power play time.
Yeah, go Eva,
But
go Eva.
definitely the English bowlers have put the game back. 5.89 at the run rate at the moment. See, quoting Coleman, bowling a 4th over, just giving away 12 runs.
Oh, she's been a brilliant right throughout this tournament. Another couple of runs.
Yes, Pav. Yes, Pav.
You see, good cricket, just using the pace. Coleman has been very accurate. There are matches that she hasn't picked up wickets, but she's been measly with the ball. She's not given away anything at all. And even today, just one more delivery left. She's only given away 14 runs. So this is a fantastic wicket. But she's given away a boundary. She's given away a boundary in the last ball of a spell in this T20 series. But still ends with the 4 overs, 1 for 18. It has been a very good spell. Welcome boundary to Sri Lanka. 19 overs completed, 116 for 8. Well, the England fans, are they disappointed that the sun has gone away and it's cloudy? I think they would have preferred the sunny conditions, the hot and humid conditions. Smell is going to bowl the last over.
Well, she'll be bowling to Kimani. Kimani, the batter, got a 6 in the last delivery. The first delivery she faced for the last delivery of that innings, and bowled, trying to work it away down towards fine leg. Missed it completely.
I think she was better off playing down the ground. She looks much more comfortable playing down the ground. Trying to be too fancy, too cheeky. Seeing that fine leg in the 30-yard circle. Going across the stumps. Exposing it. And smelled in Mr. Stumps. She's out for 5, 116 for 9.
Do you want Carl out? So, lefty want Carl? Lefty, I want Carl, square, mid wicket, square, and long on, cover.
The youngster, Chamudi Pravoda. Did she get a bat? I don't think so. This is the first bat she's got. She's bowled brilliantly. The young left-arm orthodox bowler. I was told that she's just 14 years of age. I mean, look at her. She's certainly the smallest of the team, smallest of all 3 teams. In age, in size, and you could see it on her face. But a good talent, a wonderful talent, and not afraid to play with the big girls.
Well, all what she got to do is give more the strike to Sawandi.
And she's done a job. She's done a job. First ball, she's got a single, gone to the non-striker's end.
Something good in Rashmika Sawandi. She's not going to throw it away. She's been fighting hard. Right throughout the series, we've noticed Rasmika Sewandi
That's what I meant. That's what I
will
meant.
never give up. That was the last wicket. That was a ball trying to work it around towards the leg side.
That's the crowd, the England family and friends with their cameras, with their flags. They have been early here. The game started at 2 o'clock. They were here by 1 o'clock, getting ready for this all-important occasion. And it's certainly wonderful to have them supporting the team, supporting their players. Another wide. England will be disappointed overall with their conceding of wides. 16 wides in this innings, I've been told. So that's huge when you take out 16 of 118. And how many extras, Charit? 30 extras in total. There was a few no balls as well, which considered extra deliveries, free hits. So if you take those off this total, Sri Lanka would have been in a very, very bad way.
Yes, definitely, Ricky. That's a lot of runs out of a total of 118. 30 runs coming off extras.
Bit of a slip, but they'll get to the fielder. Didn't gather cleanly. That was just enough for time. Good running between the wickets, Sewandi and Prabodha. And there we have the family and friends of the Sri Lankan contingent as well out here.
Sewandi got 15 of 17 deliveries. She's not going to let it go. That's nicely worked away. That's going towards the fine leg boundary. 4 more runs.
Poor bowling. Very poor by Smale. She's been the most expensive bowler on the day today for England. I mean, when you don't have protection on that square leg boundary, you cannot bowl there. It was a quickish delivery, but it was short, easy for the left-hander. All she had to do was swirl around and get it behind square.
Sri Lanka moving up to 124. Just a delivery remaining, a legal delivery. England have been bowling too many wides and no balls.
This has been a good little innings. 19 of 19. And 19 of 18. She's been a very good Sewandi. They should try to come back for 2. Prabodha certainly is. This is good running. If they get there, there will be a run out. But no doubt about it, you have to give cheer to Prabodha. She was coming to the danger end and she got there. Unfortunately, Sewandi didn't have time, I think, to cross over. We'll take a look at it nevertheless with our third umpire.
අපිට කටිස් නෑනේ බා. හරිද? මේ වැටනේ මේ කාඩ් පොතක් කියලා යනවා. ඒක හරි කපාපුව නෑනේ. නෑ මං කියන්නේ පිටිපස්ස අපිට කැමරා කැමරා කවර වෙලාදී මුට ග්ලව් එකේ තියෙද්දි ඔව් අත වදිනවනේ ග්ලව් වදිනවා ඔය හරි ඒතර ග්ලව් එකේද බෝලේ ඔව් බෝලේ ග්ලව් එකේනේ හරි ඒවට බෑ ගෝල් දෙස්සනවනේ කවුට් නෑ කැමරා එකට ගෝල් වෙනවා බෝල් ඇල්ලුවනේ බෑක් කැමරා එකේ පේන she's not holding the ball අරක වෙහිලා මම පැත්තේ කැමරා එකේ තියෙන්නේ අනවුට් කැමරා එක කීපට වෙහිලා ඒක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ දෙපැත්තේ නෑ දෙපැත්තේ නෑ දෙපැත්තේ නෑ ඕක දෙන්න බෑ අලු බ්ලාස්ට් එකක් තියලා අපි දාන්න ලයිට් එක
So finally we get a decision on that run out of the last ball. It's been given as the nut out. There was not conclusive evidence enough for the third umpire Rambo Martinez to give that out. Unfortunately, the wicket keeper we saw didn't probably gather it cleanly. So therefore it's been given as a nut out. Kavindi got off for Sri Lanka to an excellent start at 20 of 29. 24 to Kaushalya batting today, opening the innings in her first game. She batted well, but then the collapse started. Hansika for 3. Vihanga run out without scoring. Nanekara was brilliantly caught by Lee of Taylor for 12. Nitranjali didn't get going. Nisansala was out first ball, and Sri Lanka started to collapse. Sanitma made 10 along with Sewandi, put up that partnership. And Sewandi batting with the tail, Gimani 5 and Prabodha 1, made a 21 of 119 to take Sri Lanka to 126 for 9. But the contributions, the highest score for today was the extras. Extras 25 in this 20 overs is the highest score. And unfortunately, and there was a lot of wides and no balls in that innings as well.
The bowling figures for England. Taylor 1 for 11 of 3 overs, 2 for 23 for Charles Lambert, 1 for 31 for Snell, and 1 for 18 for Coleman, 1 for 12 for Pevley, and 2 for 19 for Lee. I think the pick of the bowlers is definitely Coleman, 1 for 18, and Pevley maintaining an economy rate of 4.50, but Taylor also had 3.67. These were the good bowlers for England today. Bowler wickets 50 for 1, 64, 64, 67, 69, 69, 88, 99, and 116. So in the middle, there were a bunch of wickets falling. 2 wickets at 64, 2 at 69.
Yes, Sri Lanka unfortunately ended up probably maybe 15 runs short than what they should have got at the start of the play. And we will be back in a few minutes for the England run chase. Well, before we go for that break, we'll have the highlights package as well. And that was the Sri Lankan start. The two left-handers, they look gorgeous out there. Some very good shots through the offside, flowing drives. If it was short, they put it away to the boundary. England were wavered. They bowled a lot of wides down the leg side. That was that lucky 4 byes as well. But look at those batting Kaushalya. She looked really impressive until the first wicket to fall. Kavindi holding out. Kaushalya continued on a merry way until she was adjudged LBW. And then things started to slip for Sri Lanka. Holding out towards deep mid-wicket. This was that a run out of as well of a car, which was very disappointing. And yes, Sri Lanka in lots of trouble. Netranjali played a poor shot selection, leading edge. Sumudi out, first ball, good catch by Perrine. And Nanekara was brilliantly held by Lee. That was a fantastic effort. That was a change in moment in the game. Nanekara was looking good. But then we had the Setitma, once again a good caught and bowled. England catching was outstanding today, and Sewandi towards the end played a few shots, got a couple of very important boundaries. This was Sashini walking across the stumps, Sashini Gimani, but Sewandi just managed to get Sri Lanka over that 120 run mark towards the end to take them to 126, and England need 127 to win in 20 overs at 6.30. So we will be back in a couple of minutes for the England run chase.
Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb.
Welcome back to Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium here in Suryaweba, Hambantota, for the second part of the game between England and Sri Lanka, the final game of the T20 series, Tri-Nation series here. Sri Lanka got 126 to 9 in their 20 overs, and now we are getting ready for the chase for England. England need 127 to win in 20 overs at the run rate of 6.35. So the England team, they got these runs pretty quickly against the Australians yesterday. So we have the English team might be looking good with their form. Devin Perrine got off to a fantastic start yesterday. Got good runs. She's opening the innings with... so there you see Erin Thomas. These two put on a very good partnership yesterday, so the England camp must be definitely expecting these two batters to fire through. So I say good afternoon to Ricky Sims, who's joined me now. So it's Demi Vihanga to start things.
Yes, good afternoon, Paulinas. The key figure. There she goes. Manages to clear the midfielder. One bounce over the boundary. She's not going to hold back. Davina Perrine. She's in excellent form. That was beautifully struck.
So straight down the ground, well hit. And the next delivery put from the offside. For to Perrine, the first delivery, Perrine faced. She hit it straight over the top. All these two batters put on good runs against the Australians yesterday. Must be wanting to get off to a similar start, Perrine and Thomas.
Yes, you could see she's itching to get going. She's itching to get these runs quickly as possible. She's looking very busy out there. Very confident after a knocker yesterday as well. Runs behind your name, always matters. And they need to get through 5 overs quickly as possible. Then only the Duckworth and Lewis will come into play. If at all there is rain or bad light, 5 overs have to be completed in this innings. With poor bowling, but got away with that one. Straight to the field. Very lucky Vihanga.
That's a good bit of fielding there. Packed offside field. We have a short third man, cover point, 2 extra cover fielders, and a mid-off. That's got the gap this time, but she got a hand to it, the fielder there. Batsman crossed over for a single, taking Perrine on to 5, and England total also on to 5. These two batters put on 50 runs yesterday. Perrine getting a half century, and Erin Thomas also got 16. Yeah, valuable support for Perrine in putting up that partnership of 50 runs for the first wicket.
So 122 more required in 19 overs. 6.42 is the required run rate. Still a long way to go. You never know what happens. Sri Lanka, remember, were 50 without loss, and then, lost wickets in a canter. So anything could happen in these run chasers. But this opening pair is really crucial for both teams, for England as well as Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka need to get a breakthrough early, and then they could start building on the pressure in the middle order. Davina Perrine is the prize wicket, but Erin Thomas as well. She batted so well yesterday. Made a 21. That was the highest score. Got them off to a good start.
Well, definitely, yes. The Sri Lankans should look for wickets. That is what is important. Get a couple of wickets early. Will bring them back into the game. England need 122 runs in 18.5 overs. Rashmika Sewande. To me, she's a very frightening cricketer, Ricky. Rashmika Sewande. She has a lovely bowling action for a run up to the wicket.
So she got Sri Lanka to that total with that unbeaten 21. Now has to open the bowling.
But she's a fighting cricketer. She never gives up. That's a good, very good. Got the inside edge of Perrine's bat. Gone down towards the fine leg. They get a single. England 6 for no loss in reply to Sri Lanka's 126 They need 127 to win this game.
So Thomas on strike for the first time for today.
So Rashmika Sewande.
She was very strong through that offside yesterday, played some very good cover drives.
Nice.
It seems to be one of her favourite areas. Sri Lanka need to be careful. They need their best fielders there as well. The dugout, the rest of the batters are waiting to go out and bat. So far, good bowling by Sewandi. She's been doing this for Sri Lanka in this tournament. Top of the order, bowls a couple of overs. Very economically, has got the odd breakthrough as well early. Very good young cricketer, good all-round cricketer, Sewandi. See, like I mentioned earlier, your offside field has to be very strong against Thomas. She's very good in that region. She gets a full forward, a good stretch, and likes to drive through that offside. So you need a lot of protection.
Well, definitely bowling to a packed offside field. There is a third man, cover point, extra cover, 2 extra covers there, and a mid-off, fairly wide. There you see the field. So that's the end of that second over. England 6 for no loss. England need 121 more to win of 18 overs at a run rate of 6.72. So it's Vihanger to continue. Perrine on 6, doing all the scoring up to now. This time hit up Ashley. The fielder trying to get underneath it. No.
Oh, manages to drag it in. There was a bit of a knock on there. Almost a knock on over the boundary line, but managers had to keep it in play.
Yeah, but if I could just...
What I would like to see is now Sri Lanka employ a long off, because she's looking to go through that region. She's played a couple of shots over the infield. Probably try to stop her playing that shot.
Yeah, they have 2 fielders down in the boundary at mid-wicket and mid-on. They can easily get that mid-wicket fielder inside the circle.
Yes, you're right, Polly. Get at the mid-wicket inside, drop the long off and bowl probably on that off-stump line. If she wants to go to mid-wicket, let her play across the line. That's an outside edge. That's lucky, but a good fielding. Manages to stop a boundary. If it went past her, I think that would have been 4. Keeps it down to 2. But no doubt about it, Davina Perrine is throwing the kitchen sink at everything. She's trying to get maximum out of this first 5 overs. I think that's the idea. That's the plan of the England dugout. Looking at the Duckworth and Lewis, get above the Sri Lankan, get above that required rate.
Yes, that must be her idea. She definitely wants to go after the ball. Davina Perrine, 10 of 10 deliveries. This one short down the leg side, but poor bit of fielding there. That's going towards the boundary. Long chase to the fielder. Just a single.
Now that's what Sri Lanka must not do. They cannot afford to give free runs. When you're defending 127, every run matters. You have to stop everything that comes your way. Every catch has to be taken. That's what they did in that first game against Australia. Remember, defended 117, kept Australia to 110. That was due to the fielding.
Well, Sri Lankans right throughout have been getting totals of this nature, 125, 118. So they have been fighting for those scores, to defend these scores. Their bowlers have done well.
Yes, the bowlers no doubt have done well. I think in the last game against Australia, they lost in the last ball. That was because of the fielding. The bowlers have been superb, no doubt about it. The spinners, the fast bowlers, everybody has come to the party. And these are the spectators watching that game. Very interested. It's a good game on our hands. They know it. It's not going to be easy, a cakewalk for sure, England.
Definitely not, Ricky. 3 overs gone, almost 13 runs on the board still. England definitely might have wanted more than this. Perrin in particular looking for runs. Erin Thomas unable to pace the field.
Oh, Davina Perrin, you beauty. Look at that. Wonderful shot. That was a shot. She went back, rocked back into a crease, and she picked the spot to perfection. Powerfully struck. Ends the third over in style with a boundary. 3 overs completed, 17 without loss.
Basically, I run the ball. Basically. Nice.
So 17 on the board after 3 overs for England. Still needing 110 to win this game of 17 overs. So one day to continue. She bowled a very good over the previous over, just going for 1 run. And Thomas trying to have a big swing at it. Gets the inside edge. Past square leg. The batter's cross for 2.
Yes, Erin Thomas's role will be to give Perrin much a strike as possible. It's not that she cannot get the runs quickly. She's a free scoring player as well, as we saw yesterday. But Davina Perrin looks in excellent form. Well bowled, right in the block hole. There's nothing much you can do about that one. Sri Lanka need to bowl a lot of dot deliveries. Get that required run rate up to over 7. It was just over 6 runs per over. You need to get it to over 7, and then that scoreboard, the pressure will gradually build in.
Yes, definitely. They got to put dot deliveries. So one day is doing just that. Had a very good first over. 119. That's nicely bowled again. So one day in particular has bowled 7 dot deliveries up to now. 1 run in the first over, and now 5 dot deliveries there, and 2 dot deliveries in this over. England 19 for no loss. Perrin on 15 and Thomas on 3.
Once again, bowling good areas. Keeping it tight, bowling that off-stump line, not letting Erin Thomas free her arms. Sewandi, as I mentioned, she's had a consistent tournament with the ball. Bowling in the power play overs with the new ball has never been easy. But she's just been knocking on that off-stump line. That's in there! But would elude the fielders. 1 bounce over the ropes. Just had enough in that shot from Thomas. So another boundary. That was a very good over until then. But England are managing to pick up a boundary every over.
Well, I thought that was a bit short, and Thomas watched the ball very carefully and A good pull shot, going one bounce into the boundary. There's still 104 runs needed for England. 16.1 overs remaining. That's perfectly driven out. So the off stump given width had driven firmly between cover and extra. And that's another boundary.
Excellent way to end the over. 2 boundaries to Thomas. And that's what England required. 4 was completed, 27 without loss. Just easing it through that backward point region between the 2 fielders. No chance of stopping that one. So England are well above the required rate. They needed to be at 24 after, if they haven't lost a wicket. So they are 27 now. That's after 5 overs of play. So they are certainly with 1 over to go well above it. England need a couple of wickets. Sorry, Sri Lanka need a couple of wickets to drag this down.
Yes, definitely the Sri Lankan bowlers got to get a couple of wickets. Now this is an interesting move. Nitranjali being brought in. She opened the attack earlier. 4 matches, 7 overs, 46 for 1. Economy rate of 6.57.
It's that sort of open-chested action at the last moment. You know, she bowled pretty well, I thought, in the first couple of games. Since then, sort of a fell away, was slightly expensive in the last game as well. But they need her now to step up. They need her to bowl a good over here. And if she could pick up a wicket.
She brings the ball into the right-hander. That's what is interesting. With the little square action, bringing it into the right-hander.
Now that's where you have to bowl at Davina Perrin. If you give her width, she likes to go up and over through that offside. You cannot afford to bowl short as well. She's quick with the pull shot. So you need to bowl that good length on the stumps. See, that's much better. She's trying to create some momentum. She's trying to create shots out of nowhere. Davina Perrin, because she's trying to score off every ball because of the required run rate. So Sri Lanka have to just keep pegging away, wait till that mistake comes.
Yes, definitely Davina Perrin trying to go after the bowling. That's another good delivery by Nitranjali.
I think that was a slow delivery. You could see that at the last moment, Erin Thomas had to adjust her shot. She was looking to go at it with all force. But at the last moment, hanging back, playing it with the much softer hands. That would be called wide. So that's extras. Is that the first extra of this innings? Second wide, I beg your pardon, the second wide. So Sri Lanka have been disciplined comparatively when what we saw England bowl.
So that delivery got to be rebowled. 29 for no England. That's put away between that gap, but she didn't get hold of it properly. The ball was coming into her.
It's just a single, but yes, England will be happy with this start because they are well ahead. 97 of 91 required with 10 wickets in hand, and with their long batting lineup, they will trust that they could get there easily. Struck again. Powerful, isn't it? With an offer. And Perrin will put those to the boundary all day. You cannot bowl there. She's very strong off the back foot in the pull and the cut, as she's good off the front foot as well. Another boundary to end the fifth over. It's 34 without loss.
Yeah, see the replay of that shortish delivery. She got the gap between cover and extra. Beautifully played. Davina Perrin looking for the runs. getting it firmly. Taking the English score on to 34. Well, these two batters again have put on a good partnership, a good start for England. Chasing a total of 127 to win this game. Further needing a 93 at 6.2 per over. With all 10 wickets in hand. It's definitely going to be for Sri Lankans. They got to get the wickets done, isn't it?
There's no doubt about that. They need a big effort as we're looking at the Worms, England Worm. At this stage, still below the Sri Lankan light blue Worm. Goes to show what sort of a start Sri Lanka had. Sri Lanka were right on top of the game, and all of a sudden batters in the middle for no reason starts committing harakiri in the middle, and momentum broken. Refreshing to Chamodi Praboda, the bowler. Picked up 2 wickets. She needs to better that today.
She is a good bowler, no doubt. Just 14 years of age. That's a full delivery, full toss given, but there is a feel that they are right on the boundary. Just a single to Thomas, takes her on to 13. And the England score on to 35. 92 runs needed of 89 deliveries, just above a run a ball. But Sri Lankan bowlers got to get those wickets if they got to get it back into the game.
These two English opening batters, they are not gonna slow down. Perrin does what she does best. It's 20 runs of just 17 balls, and Thomas 13 of 14, ably supporting. Right on top, England still inside the first power play, so Sri Lanka under pressure. Relatively accurate, no freebies, but 92 of 88 balls. You're backing the team batting, isn't it, Polly?
Yes, with all 10 wickets in hand, definitely. But the way Perrin is batting, wicket is possible at any moment. She's going after the bowling. I'll see there's something wrong with the leg that time. We'll have to wait and see.
In fairness to Sri Lanka, we saw similar approach by two English openers in the game against Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka would be hoping that somehow if they can pick the wicket of Perrin, will definitely slow things down. That's what happened against the Australians as well as Sri Lankans. So at the moment, that's the key wicket. But she's been batting beautifully. Outstanding timing.
Oh, something went wrong there.
No, I'll be
She's stretching herself to play that shot.
It was coming on. I knew it was coming.
You see the physio running in,
Yeah.
giving her some assistance.
Both, but my right one just went down.
Perrin 21 of 19 deliveries. She got to be there. If England wants to win this game, the way she's batting, she's getting the runs quickly. 36 for no loss.
It's annoying, like I'm trying to come down the crease and I'm touched.
Well, the DLS pass score is 30 if no wickets are down. So England well above that. That's after 6 overs. England well above that up to now. They got 36 for no loss.
Sad thing about Sri Lanka today is they had a grand opportunity of going above 140 definitely. Two openers, given them the best start right throughout the series.
There, see what happened to her. Stretching herself too much to play that shot. She wanted to get back. Something went wrong there. It was probably a cramp.
2 minutes gone now.
But she managed to run that single.
She looks determined to stay in the crease, especially in good form. Half century yesterday and today, timing impeccable. As long as she stays Sri Lanka, it's a huge headache. Under pressure, Sri Lanka need to pick a cluster of wicket to create a window of opportunity.
Yes, definitely. She's looking for those runs. She's settled down now. Of course, Erin Thomas is on strike. She's on 13. England 36 for no loss. Chamoli Praboda looking for that wicket. Just 14 years of age. Left arm orthodox. Bowls at a very good line, good length. That one short off the back foot. Thomas pulls it towards the mid-wicket area. There is a fielder there. Just a single.
Sri Lanka can benefit from England's approach if they play smart. Because yesterday we saw they are not slowing down, keeping up the same momentum on the attack each and every time. On the lookout for run, boundary scoring shots. And Sri Lanka, like Praboda just did, slowing things down, could play into their hands as the first power play ends 37 for none.
It's 37 runs on the board after 6 overs.
Second ball play start.
You see umpire Nilan De Silva signalling the end of power play 1. 6 overs gone, 37 runs. At this stage, Sri Lanka were 48 for no loss. But then suddenly, Sri Lankans start losing their wickets. First wicket fell at 50 and second wicket fell at 64. 2 wickets fell at 64 and then number of wickets went on falling and the English bowlers came back into the game. So Sri Lanka also got to do the same. They got to look for wickets. That is what is important at this stage. 90 more runs needed of 84 deliveries for England.
You said it right. It's just about batting through the remaining overs. Oh, what about that? Goes aerial. There's no fielders. Would that matter? Goes all the way for a huge 6. Erin Thomas, one of the best pullers we've seen right throughout the tournament. Take a look at it.
Well, that was too short and asking to be hit. You see, getting good bounce into it, and Erin Thomas had no hesitation in putting it over. She has the strength and ample time to watch the ball and pull it over. Takes Thomas on to 20 and the England total on to 43.
Having a look at how things panned out so far. Looks like England sticking to the same script which they've adopted against Australia. On the attack, positive intent, on the lookout for runs. Sri Lanka, they are just moving through the motions. They need a wicket very badly.
Yes, both the batters on 21. Definitely they got to break this partnership if they want to get back into the game. Oh, innovative playing that one. Nicely put away by Perrin. That's gone to the boundary. 4 more to the English total. That goes on to 48. And Perrin moves on to 25.
Just a while ago, she suffered a cramp. So anyway, someone who always on the lookout for boundaries, he will surely starting to notice that she'll not picking up those quick runs. There you go. Under a little bit of pain, but beautifully played. Cheeky little paddle sweep. Outstandingly well executed.
She is determined. She is determined to guide England through. No doubt about that. Batting with pain. Devina Perrin. Definitely the pick of the English batters. That's nicely played, firmly played. That's there is a fielder there in the boundary. Just a single.
Very good to see. Outstanding piece of fielding down in the deep. Sanjana Kawindi. We saw some fighting spirit by Rashmika Silvandi towards the latter part of Sri Lanka innings. Sri Lanka were looking down and out. They were struggling to go past 110. That useful 21 runs given Sri Lanka some hope as Thomas picks up another single.
And that single brings up the 50 out for the England total. There you see this big scoreboard at the Mahindra Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. 50 runs on the board in 6.5 overs. While in the Tranjalis it's over 50-run partnership coming off 41 deliveries. The Tranjalis is over a pretty expensive one. 13 runs gone up to now.
The moment you bring down required. Oh! Beautiful! All the way for 6 straight over the bowler's head. Davina Perrin. Lovely.
So 19 runs of that over. Perrin moves on to 32 and Thomas to 22. And England getting 56 on the board. There you see a beautiful hit straight over the bowler's head. Davina Perrin. She's looking for runs, no doubt about that. She's enjoying there. You see that there. Smiling and enjoying her batting. Getting those shots well. 7 overs gone, 56 for no loss.
Smiles all around in the English dugout. Davina Perrin looks outstanding. We've already spoken about her bright future. Attacking intent. Bundle of energy. Once again, Thomas down the ground for another single. Prabodha trying to make a breakthrough. So far so good. 1.1 overs, just given away 4 runs.
She's been bowling quite well for Sri Lanka right throughout the series. This young lady, 14 years of age. You see Davina Perrin's scoring strokes all around the wicket, getting runs. 32 runs of 23 deliveries, 4 fours and a 6. This time short delivery, tried to cut it away. But her injury is hampering her. The movement getting off the back foot.
Yesterday you saw Davina Perrin scoring lots of a run towards the third man point region. Oh, that's a 6. No doubts whatsoever. Huge 6. This is outstanding batting. We've been treated by some scintillating T20 batting.
From the moment it left the bat, it was definitely going to go over the rope. Not much of power, but timing it well and getting into the ball quickly. And she's really enjoying batting, no doubt about that. 38 to her of 25 deliveries. Thomas on 23, giving valuable support. 63 for no loss England.
She's not only innovative and powerful, she's very smart. How about that? Getting over the infield. No stopping. She's moving along like a bullet train.
Well, Prabodha, she should pitch it up to her, dropping in that one shot. Perrin off the back foot, hitting it over the top. The extra cover fielder, getting that boundary.
Injure me even more. Please don't.
Chamodi Pramoda. Well, this is a little bit of lack of experience maybe. Couple of runs going off her bowling. She's that pushed away back past the bowler. Get a single. 43 of 27 deliveries. She got a wonderful half century yesterday. Continuing that form today, Davina Perrin.
From previous game, Davina Perrin starting to express herself. Her true colors coming out. And we are starting to notice what this young lady is capable of. Picking up another single. Erin Thomas this time completes the 8. 69 for no loss.
Yeah, see the two worms. Now the English worm getting on top of the Sri Lankan worm. Of course, this area of play, Sri Lankans were down and out with wickets falling at regular intervals. And if England can do back like this, another 58 runs needed of 72 deliveries, ample time remaining for them. And they're definitely going to be interesting to see whether the Sri Lankans could pull it back like the English did in the Sri Lankan innings.
This is ideally the shape Sri Lankans would have expected. 69 of 48, 43 runs contributed by Davina Perrin and Erin Thomas. Calm and quiet, keeping her a company.
Well, Erin Thomas too, Dhammika, is having a strike rate of about 100, so you can't say calm and quiet. She also have been doing a job, definitely batting well, providing valuable support for Davina Perrin. That's put away towards mid-wicket, gets a single.
I mean, comparatively, 43 of 27 and 22 deliveries for 25 runs. This looks like one-way traffic. England unstoppable, 74 no loss.
So bowling change, Kimani has been brought in meanwhile. Perrin again going for a big hit but didn't get hold of it properly. The ball going towards the mid-wicket boundary, gets a single. 44 to her, 71 to the total. Thomas 25 of 22 deliveries. He's on strike. That's down the leg side. That could be called wide. Yes, it is. That's umpire Nilan De Silva signalling wide.
It is very hard to recover from that sort of a collapse for Sri Lanka. They were moving along really nicely. Everyone was excited. But enigmatic performance this time. Gets it over to mid-wicket region for another single. Erin Thomas very keen on getting Perrin on strike. Smart batting.
Yes, definitely. That was smart work. Nicely worked away towards the mid-wicket area by Thomas and giving more the strike to Davina Perrin, who's looking to have a go at the bowlers. I see trying a big swing at it again. Didn't get hold of it. Inside edge and goes towards the fine leg area. There was a fielder. Perrin on 44 of 29 deliveries.
We could be in for an early finish if not Sri Lanka come out with polished performance for the remainder of the game. Goes aerial. Is there a chance? Oh, not taken. They got the chance they were looking for. They worked hard for it. And Gimhani gets it right. But the fielder, disappointing to say the least.
There you see that chance. Oh, it got a hand, or did she get a hand to it? But definitely that this catcher should be taken. Well, Davina Perrin gets a life. She moves on to 48. And England's go on to 77. So that's the end of the 9th over. England 77 for no loss.
Looking at the wagon wheel scores all around in comparison to her performance yesterday. Much straighter down the ground. I was mentioning using the pace of the bowler. From Australians, you get so much of pace, not from the Sri Lankans. So adjusting her techniques according to the situation. That's why I call a smart cricketer.
It's both the sixes coming down the wicket, straight over the bowler's head. Perrin, 48 of 31 deliveries. Well, gave a chance in the previous over, which Netranjali should have held on to it. That's pushed away on the offside and they get a single. Yes, Thomas is getting those singles and giving more of the strike to Perrin. It's definitely taking the game away from Sri Lanka. 48 runs coming off 31 deliveries. Really going after the bowling. Hiruni Hansika is the bowler. Sri Lankans changing their bowlers, trying to looking for this wicket. But they got the opportunity but could not get on to it.
At the toss, skipper mentioned that they are here to play fearless cricket and perfectly executing it, sticking to a plan, not backing off. I said it yesterday. They are repeating it. Surely another boundary. Is that a 6? We have to wait and see. Yes, it is all the way. Oh, outstanding display of batting. She gets the second 50 of the series. Consecutive half centuries.
Beautiful batting. Effortless sex there. Played very well. 54 coming off 32 delivery. There you see the replay of that tossed up delivery. Without any fear, just going for it. Getting over the extra cover fielder. That's a beautiful shot. And she gets a second half century in this series. 54 to her. As I said, she's really enjoying batting there. 9.2 overs, 84 for no loss. 43 more needed for England to win this game. 64 deliveries remaining. Well, Sri Lanka got to do something out of the bag, pull something out of the bag, get some wickets. Well, even if they get wickets, Dhammika, I don't know whether they'll be able to save this game now. 54 runs of 33 deliveries, 6 fours and 3 sixes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
This time finally Sri Lanka strike. Dangerous Perrin goes for one too many. Hansika slowing it down, short of a length, straight to mid-on, mid-off fielder rather, and she was batting beautifully. Take a look at it. Off the back foot, she was hampered by a cramp, and Manudinana Kara picks up a very good catch. Sri Lanka finally strikes. Touched too little, too late perhaps, but nevertheless a fighting opportunity on the corner. There you go. Highlight of the day. Davina Perrin, 54 runs, and Erin Thomas still out there in the middle. 27 of 24 not out. 3 extras on that department. Sri Lanka were impressive, but the rest hasn't up to the mark, Polly.
You see the Sri Lankan bowling. Nothing much to talk about. Nithranjali pretty expensive, 2 overs 26. Economy rate of 13. Hansika got the wicket, 1 for 7, but still 10.50 the economy rate. So Wande is the only bowler who bowled good line, good length. 2 overs going away for 11 runs, 5.50 economy rate. Yes, 84 for 1 of 9.5 overs. Well, we'll wait and see whether Sri Lanka will be able to pull it back by getting a couple of wickets soon and putting the pressure back on the English. There you see the highlights. Beautiful batting by Devina Perrin. Getting runs quite easily. Erin Thomas joining the party. There you see beautiful shots all around the wicket. And Erin Thomas getting the first 6 in the innings. And Devina Perrin matching from shot to shot. And definitely going on the hunt now. That was a straight 6. And this is the second 6 which she got. Beautifully played. That's the third one, which could have been taken. Getting runs all around the ground, Devina Perrin. And that was a good catch taken by Manudinana Kara, the Sri Lankan captain, to get rid of Devina Perrin. What an inning that was, Dhammika.
Outstanding knock. 2 half centuries back to back. There she is. Memorable series, memorable tour. And the one day is coming up. She's definitely a one to look out. Hansika, meanwhile, slowing things down. Another dot ball. No Grove, the new batsman, under no pressure, walking into a ideal situation. England on top.
Well, No Grove too got 30 runs yesterday, played very well. Came into bat in a similar situation. So 10 overs gone, England 84 for 1.
Take a look at it. Right above the light blue worm, Sri Lanka not moving towards the right direction, not making any progress. England, the red worm, right on top, 8.4 runs per over, needing just 43 of 60. We can't help but noticing this game following the same script which they've adapted yesterday.
That's a beauty. That's a beautiful delivery to start off from Gimani. She's been very good for Sri Lanka with the ball in this tournament. No doubt about it. She's been one of their better bowlers, economy-wise or wickets taking ability-wise. And that one was full. But I think she got a bit of a turn, playing all around it. Yes, turning into the right hand. And missed it, Erin Thomas, after a well-made 27. So the second wicket down at 84.
Karis Pavli walks in at number 4, left-handed batter, as two openers joining each other once again at England dugout. England 2 down, 2 dangerous batters back in the hut. Still way ahead of the game. England needing 127. Imhani, outstanding start for her second over. Highest of 20, total of 21 runs, 10.5 the average.
That's in the air, but into the gap. Sri Lanka throwing themselves around quickly, trying to save every single possible. They're defending just 127. And England really on their way.
Karis Pavli straight away off the mark, 2 of a single delivery. Sri Lanka needing some magic. Sri Lanka needing a miracle. But miracles happen sometime. But today, highly unlikely. But Sri Lankan supporters as well as the team.
That was at a dismissal. It was a foolish delivery. She was trying to play across, trying to play towards the mid-wicket. And just a slight bit of a turn, it dipped on her as well. And the bit of turn taking it on to hit leg stump. So Gimani has been bowling well. Good use of her feet. Oh, needed a better throw. It was slightly too wide from the skipper.
Played straight to the field at extra cover region and picking up a single. Not something you as a fielder would like to see time and time again. Equation pretty easy unless England go on to make a series of mistakes. This is their game to be taken. Another single neatly taken. Throw was touched too high.
It's England trying to get to a victory as soon as possible. This is the same way they played yesterday against Australia. They finished the game in 13.3 overs, chasing 125 for victory. So they are trying to get there as soon as possible. You know, try to get a convincing win by a big margin. Once again, quick onto the ball, but just unable to stop that single because the fielders are deep on that 30-yard circle. We'll come back to that. 11 overs completed, 90 for 2.
That image shows you the story. Sri Lanka started off with the right approach, executed well. The plan was well executed, but cluster of wickets. By losing wicket like that, seldom you see team doing well with the bat. And as a result, against a strong England outfit, you need clean bowled.
That was poor shot selection. No groove. That was not needed. They were going well. 37 of 53. You're well ahead of the game. Well ahead of Duckworth and Lewis. Trying to be cheeky. Trying to play that reverse sweep. Missed a straight one from Hansika. Hansika generally is a wicket-to-wicket bowler. She doesn't turn the ball much, but she depends a lot on accuracy and variation of a pace. You could see she bowls a quicker one. She tends to flight some of her deliveries, give it a bit more air. But generally she bowls the stump to stump and waiting for the batter to make a mistake. Noor Groover did that. Bowled for 2, 90 for 3, England.
There you go, Sri Lankan descent. Amaruta Suren Kumar in at number 5. Yesterday, when she is arriving, England needing under 10 runs. But today, still needing a fair distance to go. Good opportunity for Amaruta Suren Kumar.
Certainly a big opportunity for her yesterday. She just got 1 run, if I'm correct. Came late towards the end when England were on the verge of victory. Failed in the first game versus Sri Lanka. Was out for naught in a debut match for the England under-19s. That was that wicket again. She exposed the stump. You generally need to cover your stumps when playing that shot. But you could see the bowler had a good view of all 3 stumps as well. So that was not a good shot selection. Something for Noor Grove to work on. And Suren Kumar, now she will be looking to try to take England to victory in this game. You know, be there at the end. That should be her motive. That should be her goal. Well played. Off the mark. Her mom is here. Her sisters are here watching the game. Grandparents as well. They have been here now for a few days. The family right behind her. And they're looking forward to the tour to goal as well. So yes, certainly they are really happy to come back to Sri Lanka and see their daughter making a debut in Sri Lanka against Sri Lanka. What a moment it was for them.
There's no doubt. Sri Lanka, meanwhile, they need to explore opportunities. They need cluster of wickets, like I mentioned. Josie Grove and Jodie Grovecock not playing today. So England little lean on their middle order batting. If Sri Lanka does well from here, they can exploit that weakness. Hansika, so far outstanding. 2 wickets.
Oh, that's a huge. That's 6. Pavley got hold of that one. She was down on one knee. Initially when she hit it, I think she thought she didn't hit it that well enough. She had a worried look on her face soon as she hit that one, because there was a fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary. There you could see her looking up. But then she finally found out she had more than enough. It cleared the boundary by a long way. Got the meaty part of the bat.
Generally Hansika slowing things down, not providing too much pace. Didn't get hold of that shot. Came out of the outer half of the bat, but she looks very strong. So enough power. Oh, that was certainly above the boundary line. There's no doubts.
Now look at that. This is the power. Pavley showing the way. She generally batted in the earlier games at the top of the order as well. Opened the innings, I think, or batted at number 3 in a couple of games. But now she's really taking on the spinners. That's a go-to area. Over mid-wicket, long on. Back in her strength. And clearing the ropes easily. 12 overs completed, 104 for 3.
Young kids having a look at a great game of cricket happening in the middle.
Leg.
Leg stump.
Thank you.
Perhaps in the future, they too would go on to play cricket and reach the great heights and make their way into the under-19 outfit. Suren Kumar on 1, Pavli 2 huge sixes. It's a freedom of expression for England batters today. Truly outstanding start with the bat. They are under no trouble, under no pressure.
Played late, delicately. Suren Kumar picks up a boundary. That's generally a shot that a lot of Asian subcontinental players play. They love to play late, good hands, especially against the spinners. And Suren Kumar picking up a first boundary. Isn't that a first boundary on Sri Lankan soil?
It was. As you can see, she looks very pleased. 5 of 4, moving along. Even today, she might get a chance to finish things off. Closer to the outside edge, straight to the wicket keeper for no run, Suren Kumar.
One thing is for certain, every England batter who has come in so far, they have come in with a purpose to get the runs as soon as possible. Finish the game off. Starting from Peril to Thomas to Norgroup to Pavley and now Suren Kumar, all are looking for runs. Now this is the talent. That's why she's here in this lineup and has been persisted with, even though she failed in the first game. Down on one knee, sweeping really well, picking up the length early and placement absolutely perfect.
The line was right. Got it down, got the placement. As you rightly called, smart batting. Suren Kumar moves to 9. Gimhani straying down the leg side, uncharacteristic, but Sri Lanka, it's not their day, isn't it, Ricky?
Certainly it's not. And England, yesterday they sent us home early. And I think today they are trying to send us home early as well. The way they are batting. Good wrist. Good wrist. Just rolling a wrist over that to get it to that mid-wicket region to pick up a single.
Gimhani, expensive today, 23 runs for just 1 wicket. Pavli looking dangerous. It'll be interesting to see what's her plan against Gimhani. Generally favors mid-wicket region. We saw that moment ago. This time outside the off stump, finds a fielder. Deciding to not to go for a single. 13 overs done. 113 for 3.
Well, you fear red worms, isn't it, Damika? I saw you when we were going to where we were staying, the accommodation, looking around to see if there's a lot of red worms about, isn't it? But this red worm of England looks really dangerous. I mean, they just keep distancing themselves from that blue line. And as the game has progressed, it has got better and better. And that's what wickets in hand could do. You could play fearless cricket. And they are really now right on top. It's a matter of time before they take home this game.
See, Sri Lanka were given a same sort of start, but they couldn't keep up the momentum, not benefiting from it, not taking the advantage of it. In comparison to Sri Lanka, England did everything right, given them a fantastic start. Pavli, Suren Kumar on the lookout for runs.
Oh, brought herself into the attack and picks up the wicket. Suren Kumar trying to force that through the offside. Didn't get enough elevation to clear the field. Held on to a good catch. So Sri Lanka against the run of play picked up the 4th wicket. Nanek Kara, the golden arm. In that game initially against England the other day, she won the game for Sri Lanka, coming to bowl at the death. Now in her very first over, she's picked up a wicket. Hansika takes a good catch. Suren Kumar for 10. It's 113 for 4.
Katie Johns, the new batter, in at number 6, right-hander. We've spoken about it. Marudina Nayakkara. I think she should be bowling little more than she did right throughout the series.
She definitely should, because she's a thinking cricketer. You could see that, she has a good head on her shoulders. She knows exactly what she wants to do in her game, whether it's batting, bowling or fielding. So I think she's a player that can take that more responsibility. Probably because she's the skipper. She's hesitant to take the ball. You have other options in the lineup, so many options, 6-7 options. So she doesn't really bowl enough, but I think she should. And when the 50-over format comes, I just hope that she will bowl much more overs for Sri Lanka.
He probably will this time. Short of the fielder. Sri Lankans for a moment thought another chance coming their way. She's not express, but very accurate.
Wicket to wicket bowler. In this format, you don't need that extra pace as long as you can keep the runs down. That is what matters in any format of limited over cricket. But in the meantime, at the crease is their skipper, Jones. Katie Jones, she was at the toss. She was smiling. She was happy. She's leading England for the first time in under-19 game. Very proud of her achievement. And she was looking forward to the challenge. She will want to take her team home. That's well played. Pavley once again down on one knee. Just using the angle really well. That was not a good delivery from Nayakkara. You cannot afford to bowl there on that leg stump and an easy boundary.
This is what you call being honest to your statement. At the toss, you were there, Ricky. She mentioned they are here to play positive cricket. And there's no doubt positive cricket on display right throughout the series. Sri Lanka perhaps on occasions fail to do that. I'm sure with this tournament concluding, they'll be learning lots of lessons, and England picks up another boundary.
Big inside edge. It's a lucky one this time. From way outside off stump. That ball went past the wicket keeper as well, and down to the fine leg boundary. Going the wrong way, the wicket keeper, she was misdirected. She had no chance. But when you play positive cricket, when you go hard at the ball, you see what can happen. There will be the good shots, no doubt about it. But in between, you can get some lucky boundaries as well, and that's what happened in this earlier instance. So England almost there, just 5 runs required. And like I mentioned, the skipper Jones, she'll be looking to stay there at the end.
Pavley and Jones both capable of finishing this game off with a single stroke. Staying positive, sticking to the motto. Sri Lanka overall cannot be happy about this sort of performance, but they should learn the lesson. Powerful pull, beg your pardon, a sweep shot, sort of a slog sweep, this time towards square leg region. Jones gets another boundary, needing a single to finish this game off. You were right about that.
She has no smile on her face though. She's looking very serious. That's the pressure. I think she just wants to finish it off. And now those are little things these girls will learn. How to get behind the ball, especially when you're fielding at a square leg, at backward point. The ball comes at an angle. It can sway away from you, turn away from you, depending on who's bowling. So those are things that they will learn as the game progresses, and the more cricket they will play.
That's it. Completes the single. Skipper Katie Jones gets the winning run, and England won by 6 wickets.
Rightly so. The skipper for today gets the winning runs for England. Aren't they happy? The dugout is jubilant. It has been a very good game of cricket, and England have just dominated Sri Lanka to win by 6 wickets. This was another performance, a repeat performance from yesterday, where they outclassed Australia. Today they come out there, and it does not matter. I think even if you scored 150, probably they would have got that 150 as well, because the way they are batting, led by Perrin at the top of the order, any score is chaseable for them. They didn't have their regular skipper Grooves today as well in the batting lineup, but still got there quite easily. But can't take anything away from the young Sri Lankans. You know, they have had a very good T20 tournament. They beat England in the first game. They beat Australia in the first game. You know, they have fought hard. They have consistently put the scores of 120 plus on the scoreboard. You know, the game they lost to Australia was lost in the last ball. It could have gone either way. And today, unfortunately, they were beaten by the better side. But Manu Dinyanekara and her team, I think, should be very proud of their achievements in this T20 tournament.
Yes, winning 2 games against the best in the world, Australia and England. We've spoken about it, strong systems. And Sri Lanka today, having seen how powerful England can be, they've changed their approach. Good start, outstanding start in fact, but they just couldn't manage to keep up the momentum. Aren't they happy? Very successful T20 series, and they will be walking in to ODI series with truckload of confidence.
Yes, so they will be the favourites. I mean, they seem the better side quite easily out of the 3 sides that have played this tournament. There you go, Davina Perrin. That's a name to look forward to the future when it comes to England women's cricket. Take my word, in another couple of years, I won't be surprised if you see her in England colours at the highest level. 54 for 34. Wonderful innings. Thomas, 27 of 25. Once again, provided the start they needed. Noor Group trying to just accelerate, was out for 2. Pavley, some powerful hits over that mid-wicket region, made 24 not out. Suren Kumar, once again looking to accelerate, was out for 10. Jones, the captain, finishing it off with a boundary. So just 4 extras. Sri Lanka very disciplined in their effort when it came, but they just didn't have enough runs to defend against a strong England batting lineup.
When 2 openers going like that, bowlers generally struggle. 8 and over, Vihanga, no wickets. The successful bowlers for Sri Lanka, Gimhani picking up a wicket for 28 runs, 3.3 overs. Hansika, 2 overs, very expensive, yet picking up 2 wickets. And Manu Dinyanekara, we've spoken about her, she should be bowling more. 9 runs, a wicket. Sri Lanka never in a game after that collapse.
And it was that opening partnership that really took the game away also from Sri Lanka. When you post 84 in a quick time, it's a lot of catching up to do, and England really were on a canter today here in this 6th game of the T20 tournament, which has come to a conclusion, which has come to an end. And this is what happened. Davina Perrin started off in grand style. She was severe on the short ball. Thomas was really good through that extra cover region, but Davina, a player to watch, plays both sides of the wicket really well, and Thomas too. She's a powerful player. We thought that Davina has a lot of power, no doubt, but she can play those delicate shots as well. Now this is the power behind her, clearing the long off boundary quite easy. Look at that, straight down the ground. She's really good. That was a chance probably they should have taken, but she's played some real classical shots and good cricketing shots as well. This was how she got out caught, and then this was Erin Thomas quickly out bowled. Noor Group trying to play a fancy shot, clean bowled as well by Hansika, and then Pavley finishing off in style. She hit 2 massive sixers. That was the wicket of Suren Kumar, caught off Nanekara's bowling, and Pavley picking up a boundary towards the end, but Jones as well right there at the end saw her team to victory with that boundary, ensuring England at the end won the game by 6 wickets.
power-packed performance by England, winning by 6 wickets with plenty of deliveries remaining. Sri Lanka, having won the toss, deciding to bat first. I thought they made the right decision. Outstanding start. 126 runs all they got, having lost 9 wickets. Kaushalya 24, Sewandi 21, Kavindi fighting 20, Nanakara contributing with 12 runs, but they never had enough runs on the board, having seen how powerful these young English outfit can be. And in reply, England, Perrin 54, outstanding knock. Thomas 27 of 25. Pavli not out on 24, just 9 deliveries. Suren Kumar double figures. Good to see. Hansika 2 for 21. The pick of the bowlers. Nanakara picks up 1 for 9. Gimhani picked up another wicket, given away 28 runs, and Vihanga, no luck for her today. England winning comprehensively by 6 wickets with plenty of deliveries remaining.
So there you go. The T20 series is done and dusted. 6 games. We started on the 28th of March. Today is the 3rd of April. Sri Lanka won 2 games. Australia won just 1 game. And England ending up winning 3 games. Their only defeat came to Sri Lanka in the very first match. It has been some excellent cricket overall. And if you see, initially the team batting first won the first 3 games. But after that, the last 3 games were won by the team batting second. So it has been a turnaround here. But some fantastic T20 cricket by the young under-19s of these 3 countries. We'll be heading to Galle. Tomorrow is a rest day. And come back a day after, the 5th of April, Sri Lanka versus Australia. The first limited over game, 50 over game. Then Australia versus England on the 7th. And Sri Lanka versus England on the 9th. 350 over games down at the Galle International Stadium. And of course, these pictures will come to you on Sri Lanka Cricket YouTube channels, as well as Channel I on Sri Lanka Rupavani Corporation. So there you go. That's the game I was talking about. We'll come to you live approximately 9:45 a.m. Sri Lankan time. And of course, we are looking forward to all those viewers who have been with us right throughout this last 1 week, joining us as well from Australia and England to watch this game. I'm sure we are going to have some really good 50 over cricket as well. So that's it. That's it from all of us from the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium. We have had a fantastic 1 week or so bringing you these live pictures. It's a goodbye from all of us, from our production crew here of Rupavani Corporation, and all of us from the commentary box, leaving you with these beautiful pictures until we meet back in Galle on the 5th of April.
Absolutely superb.